Lancer. Yo, can you guys hear me? All right, got my brother Keo Lancer. DX Strike gonna be up here in a bit. Figure this is Christmas Eve and everything. What's up, chat? Let's go through. Let's check out the comments and everything before we get this started. Derpy, what's up, bro? What's up? What's up? Yo,
what's going on, guys?
What's up, Rav?
I'm a little under the weather. Well, I'm trying to attack this cold before it starts.
Yeah, what's up, PJ? What's up, Ultimate Chain? Got here. What's Strato? You looking built.
No, that's just the shirt. Don't worry about it.
Damn.
Don't be hating.
Built. You slide it. So come over some more, Derek. Yeah, all right. We all in here now. All right, you got my brothers in here for this stream. Kame, what's up, Lando? Yeah, let's see what we got here. We got the Squadron, Rocky. So we can talk about it more. You can hear. Yo, Omega, what's up? He said Keel Lancer is here. He said, we're here, you find Movie Lord. Merry Christmas.
A couple of familiar faces. Well, familiar names.
Yo, we can hear you loud and clear. What's goody? Just random lurker dropping to say hi. Oh, what's up, Kenny? All right, what's up? Say, hey, he said, you bought the bros. He said, my boys. Oh, it's Pops. It's Pops. Yeah.
You selecting what you want.
Yeah, because I'm using a new streaming joint. Yeah. Shit, $40 a month.
I ain't trying to touch that.
That shit $40 a month and shit. So, tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow's Christmas. Yeah, because, of course, Rocky, he been counting down. You don't want damn nerves. Every time I say, oh, you got a new comment on your video, I'm like, oh, cool, new comment. I want a new comment. And next thing you know, saying, oh, yeah, you say countdown to whatever day, each day on my videos, well, like that. I'm like, oh, damn. Yo, what's up, Talcum? Forrest Gardner.
Yeah, Nate. Come on, Nate. Long time no see, man.
Yeah, all right, Keel Lancer. We gonna get into all that in a second, guys. You know me. I always gotta do my my
why you gotta ask me that?
Damn. Yeah, get right into it. We ain't start yet. Like,
you know what I'm gonna say?
Yeah, hold up, Landon. Like, damn. Like, can we
he couldn't wait to get it in. Like,
damn.
I've been doing a lot of research on that too. Especially Perfect Dark.
Yeah, so let me see. First, you know me, we always gotta do my plugs first before we do anything. Present. All right, let's
oh wow, you got that.
What?
Oh, dope.
Yeah, it does this, and I can just then add it. Boop.
That's dope.
Yeah. All right. So Striking Tees. It says my brother's t-shirt company. Y'all go ahead. Y'all do your thing. Let them y'all sell it. I'll put the comments. I'll put the link in the description, guys. Go ahead.
All right. I can kick it off. Well, pretty much me and DX Strike here is the owner operator of Striking Tees. We've been at this for maybe like 4 or 5 years now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been at it for 4 or 5 years now. So we've been just pretty much busy, just trying to get that thing up and running. We've been doing some cons lately. We got 2 cons lined up for next year. ZolaCon, that's in March. And then we're doing an X-Men theme convention. And the chick from X-Men, the animated series, the new Jubilee one, actors is going to be on that joint too. But we wound up partaking in light color garments now because I was having issues and stuff like that. I'm not going to just go through all that because we're on a stream. But now we offer light color pastel designs and everything. As you can see right here, we got we got a JoJo design, we got Jubilee that DX created, and we got a bunch of other different types of old school anime and new school anime, and it's just so much things that I got to put up there for y'all guys to partake in. And we got promoters as well, as you guys can see up the top, and the promoters are phenomenal. We got, like I said, we got colors for days, like literally any color you want, we got it. We got any color you want, we got it pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
Silver is actually gray, so don't pay any mind. And then we got white, we got salmon color. Don't let it fool you. We got melon color, we got mint pastel, we got light green, we got we got like a off, I think it's like an off like type of blue color, like a sky blue, I think. But yeah, we got it all. Like we're going to be doing our hoodies really, really soon. I got to switch up the hoodie icons now that I got a hoodie template now. So I'm going to rechange those so y'all guys get to check that out. But Yeah, we pretty much we got it all, guys.
Yeah, cool. Well, go ahead, Strike.
Yeah. So I'm constantly working on designs every time I get a chance. When I'm not working, whatever. I'm still sitting on like a whole collection of new different concepts. A lot of these designs is just spilling out my head. So like right now I've been working on we've been working on some stuff for like cosplayers who's agreed to like pretty much promote us and stuff like that. So they give us specific characters they like or franchises they like, and he pretty much gives the information to me, and then whenever it comes to my head, like just tell me any character or franchise, and automatically an idea just jumps right in my head and I just get on it right away. So if one of you guys wanted something like a custom or whatever, just give me a character you like or a franchise you like, and I'll hook it right up, and we can exchange information and get what you need.
Dope. Yeah, man. Like I said, we're based in Philadelphia. We're based in Philadelphia. So if you live in the Philadelphia area or close by, you guys can actually, if you make an order and you live close by, you can actually come down to the studio and pick up your order instead of just having to wait for it to be shipped to your house or whatever. Or if you live really close by, we'll just drive it down to you guys so you get a chance to actually see us and meet us in person and everything. So yes, Striking QOTs. Check out my brother's t-shirt company, and of course, as I said before, Venus Ryan Comics. Once we do our fulfillment and everything, get all that done with the first comic and everything from the Kickstarter, I will have a store itself for Venus Ryan Comics, so you guys can be able to buy merchandise from my comic book company. And then next, we're going to move on to, as I said before, my Kickstarter. I got a pre-launch page for the Kickstarter for the pre-orders. For the first comic book series in my Venus Orion Comics universe. It kicks everything off. Phase 1, the Foundation, VK, Variant Killers, Vampire Killers. As I said before, I urge you, if you have not yet, and you're interested in supporting this campaign or pre-order campaign, because the comic book is done already. I always want to keep stressing that the comic book is already done, so you don't have to wait for 1 to 2 years for a book. The book is already done already. So it's just more so that this campaign, when you pre-order, the money that I receive from the pre-orders allow me to cover shipping, and allows me to cover the printing costs. I still got to print this stuff up in bulk to you guys. So that's what this money is for that I get. And then what's left over gets reinvested back into Venus Orion Comics, and it helps finance other books, because as I said before, I'm taking all the risks. The first comic book, I paid out of my own pocket. So when I get the money that I do earn, it would definitely take a big, heavy financial burden off my wallet with the next issues, especially determining on how monumental success is for this campaign. And I'll put again in the comment sections for you guys to the link, because as I said before, you got to make a Kickstarter. That's the only way you're able to make pre-orders. And I'm also going to mention this today as well. The reason why this is also important when it comes to the pre-orders, there's going to be limited items, and I'm going to break this down to you tonight. When it comes to these covers value is based on their rarity. This is the base cover, which is $15. Now, if you only want digital, you can get digital. Digital's only $5. You can get the digital. But if you buy physical, you get the digital for free. The digital comes included with your physical purchase. So the base cover is $15 for the base, cover A. Cover B, this is $20. Cover C, $25. And then cover D, which I always got to show to you guys, which is my the manga type cover, and you open it up and everything. It makes a full picture. It foreshadows future events, or sometimes foreshadow things that's in the book itself, and it's just show you the inside, going to anime style and everything. This is $30. Now, the reason why I'm urging you guys is because these covers are limited by their rarity. So what do I mean by that? I'm going to have merchandise and goodies that's going to be limited, but also the variant covers B, C, and D are limited, and you can only get them from the campaign itself. Once the campaign is closed, once the campaign is done, you will not be able to get these covers. So cover A is unlimited. You'll always be able to get this. But when it comes to cover B, there's only going to be 200 copies of cover B. There's only 200 copies of cover B. Cover C is only 150 copies. 150. And then cover D is only 100 copies of these. Only 100. So it's based on its rarity. These are rare covers, and you won't ever be able to get these ever again. It's only exclusive to the campaign itself. Once the campaign is done, you would not be able to get covers B, C, and D ever again. And yes, there will be tiers.
What's going on, Law?
There will be tiers.
Hey, what's up, yo?
There will be tiers where you can get all 4 covers if you want to, or whatever. You can customize your packages too. So we're going to have actual tiers that comes with merchandise with a comic. We also want to have digital comic tier, which you can get a digital comic with merchandise, or you can customize your tier. And then it's going to be a all-in-one bundle where you can get every last merchandise along with with all the covers. So there's going to be a mix and match that you can have. But yes, and there will be signed versions of these too, which is only limited to 100. So, well, this is going to be 100. It's going to be limited to 100. If you want it signed, instead of this being 15, this will be 20. If you want a signed version, it's only going to be 100 available. And then for cover B, this will be $25 if you want it signed. And it's only going to have 75 available. 75 available signed. And then cover
He's kingpin tier.
Yo, shut up.
Yeah, cover C will be $30 signed. And it's only going to be 50 available signed for cover C. And then the last one, which is going to be $35, and it's only going to have 25 available signed. So I'm just putting that out there. And that's why I keep urging you guys, if you're interested and you want to show support and you want to get a comic, do not pussyfoot around and wait to the day of pre-orders and decide to make a Kickstarter account. Because when you it's going to ask you to make a Kickstarter account, and then you have to wait for your email to be verified. So while that's going on, people's going to be going in buying it. And also, there's an early bird special. For the first 20 people to jump in. There's going to be an early bird tier, which means it's going to be $5 off each cover. Cover. Only for the first 20. Once them tiers shut off, at the 20 people grab these. So yes, instead of this being 15, this will be $10. Instead of this being $30, this will be $25. Instead of this being $25, this will be $20. Instead of this being $20, this will be $15. So that's why I'm urging you guys. If you haven't yet, I'm gonna post it I'm gonna post the link again. Hit that notification button.
That
because
definitely helps out, guys.
Yes, it definitely helps me out in the Kickstarter algorithm. Because what happens is when Kickstarter sees there's a lot of people following this, it's going to push me farther. It's going to display my project out in the open for all the people on the Kickstarter platform to see, and it's going to get more people to say, "Oh man, this is interesting." If everybody's clicking on it, all right, let's go check it out. So that definitely helps me, especially if you want to see Venus Ryan Comics and VK, and you want to see this universe become a reality. That definitely helps. That definitely helps. As I said before,
can I show them a sneak peek of this?
Oh yeah. Also sneak peek of one of the merchandise, a Keo wallet from VK. So that's one of them. That's one of the little gifts and rewards that we do have. This is a Keo variant wallet.
Yep.
This is a Keo variant wallet. So that's just one of the things. That's just one of the things that we wanted to show off to you guys.
Yeah, London. It's dope. I think it's dope. Get to just see us in anime form. I guess this has been a long time coming. We've been talking about VK since I was freaking in elementary. So
you know him?
No, he's asking me.
Yeah.
And so I just can't wait to see, how this, the story unfolds and stuff like that. As time goes along, he's going to bring us more into the fold, and we're going to discuss certain things together that happens in the store.
Yeah,
but
exactly. Because like since this is my first time doing this, I also want them to be surprised. That's why I haven't shared a lot of things.
Yes,
but
still a lot of stuff I don't know.
There's still a lot of things I haven't shared with them because I want to surprise them just like as well as you guys are surprised. Yeah. But once this does open up, once we start going through the other chapters, I'll be bringing them on board with the process and stuff like that too. What's up, Neo? Said fire. Said wait, we got variants too. Shut up. Said what's up? What's up, LG? What's up, LG? Let's see. We got ho ho Merry Christmas. What's up, Heisman? He said this is a dream coming around. I'd love to see it. Yeah. He said I'm buying all of them. Oh man, that's crazy. Thanks, man. That cover D goes hard is my second favorite. Dope. So as I was planning to get all dope. Just the covers that are different. Yeah, it's just the cover. That's like how Marvel and DC do variants. It's the same way. In the indie space, you get variant covers, and each variant cover is based on its rarity and hard to find, and less of them that's being printed and stuff.
And somebody has said, how much to get a custom shirt and shipped and stuff. Well, if you want to get something like for him or from us, if it's like custom or whatnot, but customs are $25, and the thing is shipping is like what $5 or $6, and we ship straight to you. I've had many of videos on my Instagram, on Facebook. Like I said, I got promoters on my website.
Yeah, I'm gonna show that. Keep
yeah, I got promoters on my website. So you get to click them and you get to go to their social media and you get to see the videos of them getting the products. And also at the same time too, you can go to my Instagram as well. This young woman right here, Jamie.
I'm about to pop it up.
Oh yeah, man, she's really nice. I met her at Liberty Comic Con. Jamie Bear, she's really really cool.
I got you. So I'm gonna show you what you're going to get, the quality that you're going to get as far as our products are concerned. Like we don't play around. My brothers do not play around when it comes to quality of their work. They take their fucking work serious. Yep. So I'm going to show you guys. I'll take it back to the beginning.
Really exciting package in the mail from Strike and Keo Tees. Now, one thing about me is I love to support a local business, and this one is based right out of Philadelphia. And when they said they wanted to send me a few things, I absolutely jumped at the opportunity. Like this Inuyasha crop top. A lot of people don't know, but Inuyasha is one of my first and favorite animes of all time. And this Captain America V-neck, which might be a hot take, but Captain America is my favorite Avenger. Look at how vibrant these t-shirts are, and my God, they are so soft. Oh my God! Next in the box was this gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous black hat t-shirt. I have such a love affair with Felicia Hardy. I love her. I want to be her. I want to be with her. I am going to wear this t-shirt everywhere. I will be annoying about it. For the next item, I'm giving you guys a little hint before I show you, but it is a Sailor Mars t-shirt. Sailor Mars was my favorite Sailor Scout growing up. She was and continues to be the epitome of cool. No one can tell me otherwise. Getting to the last couple things in the box, one of them was this awesome Sora drawstring bag. I can imagine using this for cons, to the gym. Fun fact, Kingdom Hearts 2 was the first video game I played by myself, so I will always have a soft spot for Kingdom Hearts. Now, the last thing in the box was another box. You guys know those mystery bags and boxes you can get from the store, and you're always wondering who's buying them? It's me. I'm buying them. I love not knowing what I'm going to get inside. I was so excited to see that it was a black cat tumbler. I cannot wait to show off my favorite girl. Thank you, Strike and Coyotes, for sending me this awesome box. I will link their website in my bio. They are a local business based out of Philadelphia. They have so many awesome designs on their website, including some of the ones they sent me. Use code Jamie Bear at checkout if you're looking for gifts. The holidays are just around the corner, so don't wait too long. Hey, y'all.
Another person that's going to be promoting for me soon. Cabbage Patch.
Squad Run.
All right, Squad Run. Was it? Yeah, Cabbage Patch. And
thanks for coming through.
I got a guy promoter too. He's a fitness streamer. He's really good too. What's his name? Panda Soup. Was it Soup Panda? Yeah, he plays a lot of games that we all play. He's a cool dude. Actually, I gotta put his video on the Instagram, too.
That back over here. Here we go. Put that back on share. All right, cool. So yeah, so like I said, that looking at her stuff, said Hezekiah has a super vampire mode.
What?
Wait,
I know.
I can't really talk about any of that type of stuff.
This happened.
We can't get I'll let you keep theorizing about Hezekiah. Let's keep it that way. Let's just put it that way. So about the very first question, let's hear that rant, Keo. All right. He wants to talk about the whole intergalactic because just recently, because there was some because now the chick responded the
Oh,
chick
she
that's
finally
playing,
responded?
to the fan base, telling people they can cry harder or something like that, and then she shared that picture of
the tears.
yeah, the tears or like that. I got it on my page. So hold up 1 second. But yeah,
Oh yeah, Witcher, the CD Projekt Red is compromised now.
I know.
Yeah.
I seen Brian's post.
They're done.
I'm not buying it.
They're done.
at this point, it's just a wait and see. It's a wait and see before you decide to.
I seen all I needed to see. Wait for nothing.
So yeah. So this right here. So yeah. So you guys had seen our reaction. Well, Keo's reaction when he came into the room. He was watching the Intergalactic trailer and stuff. So go ahead, because Landon wants to hear your thoughts on that.
Look, when it comes down to Intergalactic, I think visually it looks good. Well, it's a cinematic, it looks good. So I'm not going to take away from that.
Yeah.
I'm really into like retro and sci-fi type stuff because it almost had like an Aliens feel. And the thing is, like, the moment I seen the main character, I already knew it was over. And the thing is, like, once I saw the character, I said, "Yo, for starters, I don't know many ladies in the sci-fi. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know there's ladies that play sci-fi, but when it comes down to like stuff like Star Trek and Star Wars, these are heavy dominant, male dominated spaces, or franchises and stuff like that. So to make that main character that way just ruined the whole entire space adventure for me. I was done. The whole aesthetics, everything. I thought the jacket she had was cool, but it's just like, for me, I love space games. I love sci-fi games. Those games are my favorite. I love mech games. So that was a big L for me right there. I said, "Yo, this is a loss for me. I ain't buying this game." The chick is overbearing. I seen her in You. That's where she's from.
Yeah, she's from You.
I seen her from You.
She was also in the Uncharted movie.
I never seen the movie, so I ain't knew that.
I don't know what character she was, but she was in there. Actually, that's the first time I seen her, I think.
Oh, dang.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, that's
Intergalactic cuck.
Dang.
If somebody say she like Sneeko,
You're trying to get me sick.
I'm sweating over here. Yeah, we gotta bring it over here.
Oh, I got you. But other than that, dog, Naughty Dog's dead to me anyway. Like, the moment they said they don't want to make games like Jack anymore and stuff, I had already checked out. But Uncharted brought me back for Uncharted.
After Uncharted 4, I was done.
Yeah.
I was done. Because I think Last of Us 2 came out after that.
Yeah.
That was it for me.
When I saw the Uncharted, when he was playing it, that was the one with the black chick was kicking his ass.
Yo, she was
and she was beating up two people's ass and then threw them out the window. I'm like, what the hell is going on?
She was piecing
the only reason why it got a pay is because he had military training. And which one was just sloppy white dude that just brawl. That's it. But other than that, nah.
Yeah, dog. So the thing is, like, people keep saying that like everybody's jumping the gun, and I would agree with that to some extent, that maybe we are jumping the gun. But the problem is, the problem is that we've seen too many patterns. It's called pattern recognition. You know what I'm saying? We see all the red flags, and we've seen it before, and it seems like people keep forgetting, because every time we have a situation like Intergalactic, it's the same conversation.
Yeah,
like, you guys are just jumping the gun on this. You don't even know. We haven't seen any gameplay. We haven't seen all this. And then what ends up happening? Same thing with what happened Dragon Age. You see what happened with Dragon Age. You know what I'm saying? We've seen all these different examples. We keep having this argument about this, and then we end up being correct or whatever. Now, the problem is with this game is that this game is rumored to come out 2027? Yeah, 2027. Yeah, it's rumored to come out 2027. This game is rumored to come out 2027, not next year.
That's enough time to fix the game, to be honest.
2027 or whatever like that. So, as I said in my video, that the culture changes faster than games are developed and released. So we'll like by the time this game come out, will gamers be up for this? You get what I'm saying? Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, will gamers be open arms to this type of games, or like I said, to this type of character and stuff like that? Like Keo said, man, when it comes to the sci-fi genre, is most guys is mostly male dominated. We're not saying that women or females don't get it's not into sci-fi, but it's mostly the sci-fi things is mostly male space, and mostly a male dominated space. And the thing is, they don't mind playing as a female character, but you want to make a female character then at least, like, god damn, like let it be a character that we at least want to play. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I don't want to play that. I don't want to play it.
I don't really care much for bald dude
Yeah. Remember the 360 era?
The only one I accepted was Cole.
Yeah.
That's only because during that time it was kind of dry as far as superhero games.
Yeah.
PlayStation 3 came out.
Yeah.
And Infamous was a dope game, but I didn't really care for him not having hair.
Yeah, even bald-headed dudes. Like I don't really like characters that's bald. I really don't.
I'm
down
not,
to the dude.
I'm not into that.
Remember the 360 and PS3 era? We had that era where all the main protagonists was like bald white dudes. You know what I'm saying? That was annoying because you had which come from Infamous. Then you had the black guy from
Infamous, you never seen. He had the hoodie on.
Yeah. What's the black dude name? From the other game that was like it was competing with like Infamous. What's the game? It was a sequel. It had the black guy. What's his name?
Prototype.
Prototype.
The black ball.
Yeah. We had that. And like I said, we had so many games that was coming out that had that type of protagonist. It was the Prototype. Like my brother said.
Yeah, that's how I meant to say.
Prototype
one. Prototype had the
Prototype was literally part one was the best
Prototype
one.
was dope.
I love Prototype, man.
Infamous was dope too, but Prototype, I feel like Prototype was better.
Yeah. We went through a bald white guy phase in that era and stuff, and that was getting annoying. I just don't like bald characters. Like if not as like side characters or supporting characters, I don't care.
Yeah,
but if it's a character that is the highlight and I gotta play as that character, I was never into bald characters, even down to my male characters. I was just never into it. So if I'm not into it, even with the male characters, you know damn well I don't want no damn female character bald.
So somebody was telling me because we was discussing this on the Facebook John,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying that since this guy said, since I was a kid, man, I never really cared what the characters look like, and I'm just here for the gameplay and the story. And I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, hold on. So you telling me when we was coming from the late 80s through the 90s to the early 2000s, you telling me we didn't have characters that we took was so cool and we wanted to play
the 80s and the 90s?
It don't make any sense.
80s and the 90s was more important about the visual look because you didn't have the realistic graphics. So in order for you to sell it, you had to sell the booklet, you had to sell the box art, you had to sell all those different types of things.
And everything.
Posters, you had to. So everything was based on how characters look, especially back then. So I don't know what these people are talking about.
I'm like, yo, what is this dude talking about? Like usually when we play like Gunstar Heroes and stuff like that, Secret of Mana and stuff like that, I like picking the little sprite boy. That was the character I picked.
Mm-hmm.
I like picking him. You picked the main character.
Exodus is gonna be dope because
I'm getting that.
The original creators of Mass Effect is doing that.
I'm getting that.
That's why it plays and looks just like
that's the thing that's going on. A lot of the original niggas, like the CD Projekt Red niggas, you have the original niggas from CD Projekt Red, they left and now they starting companies.
Yeah.
The same thing is happening also too with Platinum Games. The guy down, what's his name? Hideki Kamiya?
Yeah.
No, not Hideki Kamiya. Is it Hideki Kamiya? I can't remember his name from Platinum Games. He left and started Clover Studios, and a lot of the main niggas that left, they left Platinum Games, and now they had this new studio. Well, yeah, because they're having a problem where they're making, for some reason, they're making some games that score well, they still ain't selling well. They don't know what it is. Like they will drop bangers and stuff, but the game Bayonetta 3 didn't do too well at all. Bayonetta 3, and that was also because how divisive it was, because Bayonetta's daughter is they hinted that she's going to be replacing her. Replacing her, and that's why people was upset with that, and everything. So that's what really hurt the sales with that. Despite the controversy that went through with the voice actors, the original voice actors and stuff. So he said, I was a kid when the protagonists were only bald white guys. James Heller was the protagonist. Yeah, man. He said if Intergalactic showcased customization for the character, I don't know.
I mean, they clear that problem up, but then they don't have propaganda and stuff in it. That still wouldn't save the game.
Bald women, no. He said bald dudes don't bother me. Bald women, no.
Like, was it? I don't know if y'all guys seen it, but the Exodus had a long 22-minute breakdown of the story, and it's really interesting.
Yeah.
At first, I was a little scared. At first, was because the main one of the main chicks that pretty much kicked off the whole entire universe with the technology, the alien technology to advance the human civilization. It was a woman, but they go back into the backstory of how it happened. It was the woman and it was her friend. They eventually wound up falling in love with each other during the adventures. So he was the dude that was protecting her while she was being the scientist, going through getting the artifacts and stuff. Once I started seeing it, like everything play out, I said, all right, I can accept this. I'm not even mad at this. It's pretty much almost like a love story right there.
Yeah. So so Kami said, I never liked Yuffie, damn child looking. Well, if you play Final Fantasy VII, Yuffie's only 15 or 16.
Yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, Yuffie's a teenager. She's not a woman. She's not like a grown woman.
Children. She's
like I think average children. I think she was 18 to average children. But in Final Fantasy VII itself, Yuffie's like 15 or 16 years old. So that's why she has that immature behavior, or she tries to act like a grown woman. That's why she felt some type of way when if you play Final Fantasy VII Integrate, she feels some type of way when you hear the side story when Don Corneo was looking for hot women and stuff. She felt some type of way when the dudes wouldn't grab her and take her and stuff like that. Cause she said, I'm hot too, or something like that. I remember you had to beat up the dudes and stuff.
Right,
yeah, he said you're a girl, like, you're a little girl and stuff like that. So yeah, I will agree with this. Agent 47 is the best ball character. Well, he's the one that really kicked it off, but I didn't like it. That's the main reason why I didn't play play what's it, Hitman? That's the main reason why I didn't play Hitman.
But I just
because I'm not into ball characters.
For me, it wasn't even the ball. I just didn't even care for that game.
Yeah.
I didn't care for Hitman.
Yeah, it's so funny because I have a friend named Isaiah, and it's funny because that's pretty much my character's name. But he used to fiend on that game. He used to get the special kills and everything. He was a fiend for that series. I couldn't do it.
Now, I ain't gonna lie, I would like to try it on VR though. I would like to try it for the Hitman. It's on the MetaQuest. I like to try that though. I said Ninja Gaiden. Like what kid doesn't want the cosplay?
Oh, what's going on? What's up, man?
It says so I got dupes by so many good looking art boxes. Well, that was dangerous of back then in the 80s and 90s where you got this cool ass art.
But that was the fun.
That's the fun. That was the fun part.
That made it fun at the same time.
You was getting.
Yeah, because like you would sit in the store for a minute with your parents, and you be looking at the box like, damn, which one I want to get. You keep turning around. You look at the front, and then you had some box art that had nothing to do with the fucking game. Yeah, like, it has nothing to do with it.
I remember Strider, it had nothing to do with
it.
Like, he was some dude in that jumper going like this. He didn't even look like Strider. I was like, what am I looking at? Mega Man? That was terrible.
But the crazy thing is, a lot of those games that we took chances on, they want to be in big franchises. That we into right now.
What's up, Akuma? What's going on, bro? Akuma? It said, bro, I am a hardcore Mass Effect fan. I can't wait for Exodus.
DX.
You said you believe Capcom is returning to their roots after they revealed the return of Onimusha and Okami.
It's a start. I don't really care for Okami, but I'm glad the fans of that, and I'm just glad Capcom is just pulling stuff out there. Their archive.
Yeah, they said they're going back and get more. They say going back and more.
I'm glad they're going back in their archive. Like, I would like to see a new Power Stone, a new Strider game.
Yeah, it was a new one. Yeah, just remember the collection, the Fighters collection is coming out.
Yeah. Like they keep giving us like false hope in Mega Man, but they keep saying like they're gonna possibly bring him back out with Mega Man.
After seeing Onimusha, I think he is coming.
After seeing Onimusha and Okami, it's the sky's the limit.
Yeah, I don't even care about Okami, but the fact that Okami was even considered, that goes to show that these niggas is going back.
The sky's the limit.
Oh, Beautiful Joe, I forgot about
that. Was hard, man. That's why I got
what was it? Was it Star Gladiator or Plasma Sword?
Plasma Sword.
Especially because they brought the remastered in the collection. Rival Schools.
Man,
they got to bring out the joint. They can't keep relying on Monster Hunter and Resident Evil.
Yeah, because they said that's the three pillars. They said the three pillars are Street Fighter, Resident Evil, and Monster Hunter.
Yeah, they can't keep. I'm tired of seeing the same games from Capcom.
And it's crazy how Monster Hunter is like at the top. It's Monster Hunter.
Well, that's like their Pokemon.
Yeah. Monster Hunter's at the top, and then I think next then is Street Fighter, and then it's Resident Evil. Calvin, what's up, bro? What's up? He said, "What's up with Tekken 8? Why is trash as fuck?" Yeah, everybody's upset. The community's like really like the community's at a divide. I'm be inviting my boy Master Boris on one of my streams, and we're gonna be talking about this current state of Tekken 8, and we'll be
I thought it was going good.
yeah. No, it's so well, but now people are walking away from the game. People's like getting upset. It was they were talking about how the DLC people were upset with was because before the game dropped before the game released, they already revealed the first DLC character for season 1, which was Eddie. And people say, wait a minute, like, so Eddie's not going to be in the base, but yet the game is not out yet, and you already shown us
a legacy character.
Yeah.
They burning people.
So not only that Eddie is not in the base roster, you also revealed him as the season 1 DLC, and Tekken 8 is not out yet. So it said if you're able to show the DLC before the game's out, it's almost like y'all just leaving him out on purpose to sell it to us. When like, why is he not alongside us in the base? You know what I'm saying? And then the other issue was the second character was the Polish prime minister chick.
They just dropped her on 7.
Yeah. She was the last character. Yeah, she was the last character in Tekken 7. So last character.
So now she DLC
again. She's on 8. Like she's DLC. People just bought her in Tekken 7. She was the final DLC character, and then now you have to buy her again in Tekken 8. And then the third character. Some people were upset and mixed at the same time. People were upset because the third character was Hayashi. That like Harada already told us that motherfucker was dead. That he wasn't coming back, but he's alive.
That just ruined everything.
Yeah.
That just meant why did we go through all this shit?
And then balancing issues, and then the heat mechanic. That's what everybody's pissed off about. It's a get out of jail free card and everything. And then the straw that broke the camel back, which people still talking about to this day right now, is Clive. Like people are pissed.
Yo, I was annoyed when
people said, people said sword characters do not belong to Tekken. He said Yoshimitsu was an exception to the rule because he was the only unique character that had it. But he still used it and he sliced you with his stuff.
Offensive characters only should be in Soul Calibur.
The Soul Calibur, exactly.
And only ones what's the bull? Zell and Tifa.
Tifa, yeah. Zell and Tifa.
That should be in
Tekken. You know what I'm saying? So that was the straw that broke the camel's back. Was the fact is that Clive. People say, "Yo, what is Tekken now?" At this point, people are saying, "What the fuck is Tekken?" You know,
that joint was just a promotional game.
Yeah. Bayonetta 3 ending was controversial. You said y'all saw the Corrupt trailer. No, you keep talking about Corrupt. No, I haven't.
What the heck is that?
It's an indie game. No, I don't. I haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen it yet. Yeah, I know that's what I dislike about it. Y'all can't shit on me, but I don't really like Mass Effect. Space opera is just like kind of lame to me. Hopefully, Exodus meets your expectations, though. I haven't played. I don't see my brothers in them play Mass Effect, and my dad didn't play Mass Effect. I haven't played it myself. I'm tempted to want to go play the old one.
It's addictive, man.
It's addictive. Man.
I'm tempted.
Straight class.
Shepard is a badass. Go to hell.
847 assassinating Superman. It said, "Don't be prejudiced against." Hearless, because Nate, that nigga, my nigga bald. Hitman contracts was hard though. I just couldn't. Yeah, man.
Those games definitely was hard.
And things like I know people say, "Well, man, you skipping out on good games." Look, man, I already got a backlog, so I ain't missing out on anything. But that's what I'm saying. Like characters are important, and how they look are important. This is not the end all be all, because trust me, there was times where I did misjudge a game based on certain aspects of a game, and then I had an opportunity to try it. I was like, God damn! I was like, you know what? Like, regardless of what this is, I like it. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't happen a lot. But that's what I'm not spending $70 to find out.
Yeah, especially.
I'm spending $70
higher. Next year, I'm about to be real selective. Next year, I'm really.
Well, I mean, they fighting game characters. Sagat and Dalsim, they're fighting game characters. It's not a game centered like you're. And like I said, they've been cemented in history, but they're fighting game characters. It's a whole variety. Like Sagat is bald head, Dalsim. Sagat is my character. He's a fighting game character. So you're gonna have a variety of different characters and stuff like that. But when it comes to my main protagonist that I have to play, I'm sitting in front of the controller for hours. It can't be a bald character. It just can't. It just can't for me.
His hair gotta be spiky sometimes, a little slick back.
Oh yeah, it's that Breath of Fire a one box art. Yeah, that shit looking
Wait,
crazy.
yo,
The boy, he look built. He like this. He got
like,
the movie,
yo,
on
he
the
had like a white picture on. He got like this.
yeah. But you look at them graphics and shit.
Like, yo, I played Breath of Fire 1 and 2, but
You know, damn graphics and shit back in the day. That nigga, that nigga was built.
Mega Man 1's cover, American cover.
Oh, that shit. Yeah,
no,
dog.
he had a yellow jumpsuit.
I'm surprised that but it's the time because like that was the era, so people didn't care. People just bought it and stuff. Because if I seen that shit today, that box art today, I wouldn't even spend my money on that shit.
That would have turned me off. I'm like, nah,
I wouldn't even waste my damn time.
I'm not doing this.
So I don't mind bald men too much, but yeah, preferably characters with different style hair stand out more. And hair also plays a crucial role, especially in today's era. You know, like especially with female characters, you got the shaved hair, so you already know what you're about to get yourself into. And then when it comes to the black characters, the black guys, they got the Killmonger hairstyle and stuff. You know what type of game it is when you start seeing those hairstyles.
People don't understand. Like back in the day, man. Like if you don't really pay attention to it back then, but looking back at how many games we played back then, like a lot of those hairstyles are iconic, man. Hairstyles are iconic. Goku's hair, Cloud's hair, Sora, Sasuke, like all those characters' hairstyles are iconic. You know them from their hair. Like just seeing their hair alone, you just Vegeta, all of them, you just know. You just know.
The thing that pisses
you
me
can't
off
be iconic with a bald head because everybody looks the same bald.
The thing that's pissing me off is like you got people out there say, "Yo, we need more realistic characters." No, we don't. We don't need more realistic characters. No.
Yeah,
I'm tired of it.
As I said before, I want to go back. I'm not saying that real photorealism and stuff like that. I'm not saying that should go away. No, it's just stay here. But what I'm missing from gaming is the more stylized art styles and stylized looking characters and stuff like that. Because that's how you recognize. That's how you remember those characters based. That's why we remember a lot of these characters back then because they were so stylized. They weren't trying to depict real life or how realistic proportions and stuff like that. You recognize them because of the stylized.
I feel like the realism is making is a lazy approach.
Because
it's like a lot of these developers, they run out of ideas, or a lot of them that they're hiring is not really as creative as they make themselves seem. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, like your artwork meant something back in the day. Like mascots meant something back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Like the art style meant something. Like it showed how creative you are, how much risk you were willing to take back then. Now it's like you throw somebody in the mocap joint
and their face and shit.
You get their face, you know what I'm saying? But you're not really using their face. You're altering it, make them look ugly. You're putting time into that, but you're not putting time into making characters stand out and look iconic.
Because
and being creative.
Yeah, everybody. That's the thing. Like everybody's going for getting real people, and kind of sometimes it takes you out of it. Like I said, the reason why Resident Evil worked, the reason why Metal Gear Solid worked, and we started having these realistic looking characters because that wasn't really a thing back then. So that it became its own style, it became its own genre. So a lot of characters that were created in that realistic style and stuff like that, they became recognizable characters because that was a new thing. And those characters were born from it and stuff. But now it became streamlined.
Like those games were meant to simulate life.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So these were back then, we were supposed to believe that they were in a real world. They were cemented in history if they were in real life. You know what I'm saying? So to see them brought into like a realistic approach is dope. Because it's like, yo, I remember when they looked blocky. You know what I'm saying? Now, like we were scared back then, but now it's like, yo, it's like watching a horror movie or you know what I'm saying? Like I thought that was dope.
And so Resident Evil pulled that off, Metal Gear Solid pulled it off, and so I'm not saying that realism, photorealism, it needs to go away. I'm not saying that. It's just being overdone. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
He said, I don't really care what Capcom is shitting out if it isn't Mega Man. I'm being completely honest.
You entitled to your opinion, man.
He said Hezekiah and Darkstalkers. Oh, that'd be dope. He said, I want Capcom to continue the story of Breath of Fire 4. Just left it in a TV. Oh, yeah, I had Breath of Fire 4, but I never finished it. I think that was a good note because you ended up playing it. You ended up playing it because go ahead.
But here's the crazy thing: when people don't know that the same artist that did the Breath of Fire 4 is the same artist that did Mega Man Battle Network. Same artist.
I didn't know
I
that.
can see
Yeah,
that.
same
Yeah,
artist.
I didn't know that.
Literally.
I didn't know that.
And I love that game. That game
Say
fun.
Capcom needs to drop a Okami collection. How
They
many?
did that before on Wii, I think.
No, they just rebooted it back out.
And they have a
They
DS one,
remastered.
too?
Yeah, that's part 2.
So that's why you're talking about the collection.
Okay.
No, it's not
Well,
2. It's like I think it's like a prequel. I
Like a
think
side.
Yeah,
the side Jones. So that's why I said the new one's coming out plus 2.
Yeah.
The new one's coming out.
I thought that was part 2.
Yeah. It says I can't wait for any. He said I can't wait for any cosmic or sci-fi material to join your universe. Any inspiration you use for Hezekiah? Oh, that's a good question. For my universe, we are doing cosmic. I'm not sure if you was here. Let me bring up the folder.
Yeah, you definitely doing cosmic.
We do it. That's phase 2.
Myself.
Yeah, he made some cosmic characters. DX Strike made some cosmic characters. Phase 2 it's about the cosmic. Burnout. Yeah, because he shows him by the flame and stuff like that. So yeah. We haven't revealed him yet. But yeah, hold on. I'll bring it up for you guys. Phase 2 of my universe is all about the cosmic part of my universe. So we are going sci-fi. Like so don't worry about it. We are going sci-fi with phase 2, so you can get a chance to actually see what my universe is like, all outside of planet Earth and out there in the cosmos and stuff like that. So I'm gonna bring it up for a second for you guys and everything. Let me see. Yeah, let me bring it up for you. Let me go to share screen. Applications. Okay. Yeah, so right here, this is these are characters. This is not everybody, because phase I haven't revealed everything in the phase 2, but these are some of the characters that a series that's going to be in phase 2, which you got Lazarus, which is Lazarus and Adex, which is the two characters on your left. These are my father's legacy. These are my father's characters that he had drawn up, that he had created back when he was 15 and up until he was a young adult, and he was trying to get into Marvel and stuff at the time, as an artist or whatever. And like I said, once he became a father, my mom was pregnant with me and everything, and my dad married my mom and stuff, and then he ended up having my brothers and my sister and stuff. He pretty much set his dreams aside and stuff, and then just left it alone. So what I decided to do was I decided to implement my dad's characters in my universe, and that's what happened. And now Dad is working alongside me. Especially, we already crafted the cosmic side of things, and it's like you're going to be focusing on the outer rim. I won't spoil anything about the outer rim of my universe, but it's going to be pretty interesting. But these two characters, which is Lazarus and you got Princess Adex, they're both Solarians, and then these two characters are my creations over here, which is Adam Bryce, the Valorian, and then you got Julie Patterson, which is Mighty Girl. Adam Bryce, like I said, he's the Valorian. The Valorians and Solarians are pretty much like bitter rivals. These two races of people, they constantly having skirmishes and pretty much fighting against one another, and you will find out why, which I'm not going to spoil. But Julie Patterson, her people is pretty much, I guess you would say, a casualty between these two, because their planet is in the midst of these two fighting one another. And essentially the Valorians had pretty much colonized her people and her planet. So the suit that she wears, since they colonized them for quite some time, the suit that she wears is a combination of her people's traditions and culture and Valorian culture, because they've been colonized for so long. So it's a whole lot to it, man. I can't wait to dive into it. But yes, these are my cosmic characters, but there's a whole nother cosmic stories I got. So once we get to phase 2, you definitely want to like that the Outer Rim saga, or the Outer Rim stories, which is for phase 2. That's gonna be like pretty much like the theme of that. So you get a chance to get some knowledge on that stuff. So yeah, man, can't wait. Looking forward to actually tell that story. This right here. See, we got here. So they need to bring back Darkstalkers. I'm tired of Street Fighter. But it's the thing about Darkstalkers, a hard sell, man. It's like no matter, it's a very hard sell. It's like people. There's a lot of fans who are fans of Darkstalkers saying they need to do this, but Darkstalker did not do them well as far as sales at all. I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not into monsters. I'm not into folk. I'm not into games that just focus on monsters.
Those characters a lot of those characters didn't seem appealing.
Yeah, a lot of characters. I didn't want to play as Frankenstein. I didn't want to play as Frankenstein. I didn't want to play as what's that rocket? What's that zombie with the guitar with the rock and roll?
I forgot his name.
I didn't like his design. Like a lot of those characters, I want a Bumblebee character. Like I didn't care about any of those characters.
One chick was a mummy.
And the only reason why I know Darkstalkers because
Morgan.
Capcom associate like you. She's pretty much, if anything, you take Ryu out and put her as a mascot for Capcom at times. It's how many times every Darkstalker representative or cameo is always Morgan. She's the
Felicia.
or Felicia.
Yeah.
She's
I haven't seen Felicia.
Yeah, we haven't seen her in quite some time. I think Marvel's Capcom 3 was like the last time we actually seen her or whatever like that. But yeah, those two. You've seen Felicia and you've seen a lot of Morgan back in the day because she's like the sex symbol of Darkstalkers. That's the only way. That's the only reason why I know more about her. And the reason why I got introduced to Darkstalkers, my cousin Zion, my cousin Miles, when I used to go around his house, we used to stay at night. Me and Keo stay at night over his house. And I would bring my PlayStation games over, and he had a PlayStation, and he said, "Yo, I got this game. I want you to try it as a fighting game. I think it's pretty cool." And because I think Darkstalkers was the first game that introduced, I think, the high jumps. I think it was. And chain combos where you press you press square triangle and it chains because Street Fighter you have to do links. They didn't have chains, but Darkstalkers was the first game to introduce that type of stuff, those mechanics and everything. So that's so it did revolutionize in that aspect, but I remember he popped it in, and we was playing it. I just didn't like. I was not feeling the characters. None of the characters were appealing to me. So we only played it for 20 minutes. We only played the game for 20 minutes. He turned it off. We tried something else. But yeah, I it's like you would have to if they are going to do a Darkstalkers game, they would have to go really low. Like I wouldn't say super low budget, but they have to be a AA fighting game budget. Because you don't want to spend all that money just for nobody to buy it. It's that's a very, very risky IP to sell. So I would say it has to be a AA title, and then if it blows up, and then they can up the budget for the sequel and stuff like that. So I love Beautiful Joe. Can't wait for the long overdue Beautiful Joe 3. Yeah,
I couldn't do it, man.
That joint's hard. I couldn't do it.
I'd be both of them.
The X-Tractor's a fiend. He was a fiend for that. I couldn't do it, bro.
I used to see him snap
Really wanted Capcom to make Dragon's Dogma 2 DLC, but it seems like they're done with that game.
It was milking.
Well, the thing is, this is what we need to get back to too. I think gaming is going to be a whole lot better is if we start one and done in games. Like putting these games out and then just moving on to the next game, or whatever. And I think the reason why DLC's became such a thing is because these budgets are so crazy. They got to make a return on there. So they got to keep putting DLC out for games, DLC out for games and stuff like that. And I mean, it is a bummer though. Like I can understand why some people wouldn't like one and done because I'm also going to be a hypocrite because Grand Blue Fantasy Relink is just done. They're done with it.
I enjoyed the game.
They're done with it. I don't know. I thought it was a game.
Like the fact that they said they was going to support it for a couple years, and all of a sudden they say, you know what? Never mind.
Yeah, they're just done with it.
It dropped 2 characters, and that was it.
It took 6-7 years for that game.
They only had 3
2-3 characters.
2 3, but they had 3 DLCs, and then they was done. That was just it. They was done with the game. After we waited 15 years for it. That long. 15 years. 15 years you waited for that damn game. 15 fucking years. They kept pushing that shit back. They kept pushing that shit back.
They should have stuck with it to make their return.
No, and then they had this. Then when the newest Unreal engine came out, then they had to move it or something like that to another engine and shit like that. And it was just so much shit with that or like that. So yeah. Let's see. Lydia, I believe her name. Said hopefully Clover Studio makes an Anarchy Reigns. I did not play that game. That's why I'm so pissed off. It was on Xbox. Yeah. It was like a 8-player brawler. I think you can run around in the shit. It's kind of you know how the Spawn game is. Yeah, but it was a multiplayer game, and then Bayonetta was a hidden character. Like she was a character in the game. It was Platinum Games. They took a lot of their characters and put it in one game. It's like kind of like a Smash Brothers, but it was a brawler. It's an environment. It's like an arena fighter, but I think it was like 8 players or something. It was only on Xbox, I believe it was.
I remember that, John.
And I missed out on it. I seen Charles have one back in that day. It was on the original Xbox. And I never bought it. Was it? Yeah, it was the original Xbox, right?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
Yeah, I never got a chance to play it.
I remember this, John.
No, it was on 360. 360, my fault. 360
And
PS3.
and PS3. 360, my fault, guys. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because Bayonetta had to been because she didn't come out on the older consoles. So yeah, to this very day, Resident Evil 5, most controversial game, is the best-selling game in the series. Yeah, well, because it introduced the multiplayer. Everybody always wanted to try a multiplayer.
Dog. Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
best thing about that.
I think that's the only part. That's the thing that saves that game because it's the multiplayer. Even though it was,
hopefully they remake it and keep that.
yeah, keep that. Please keep it. If they do remake it, keep it.
That was a fun.
But make it more scary.
Yeah, that's the problem. It was a fun co-operative game, but it wasn't Resident Evil. It was an arcade shooter with Resident Evil name on it. It was a multiplayer arcade shooter, action arcade shooter, but with Resident Evil skin, and everything. But you heard about the rumors of Resident Evil 9? It's supposed to focus on Jill and Leon together this time, and the support characters is Barry and Chris. Will be supporting them through like radio contact and stuff.
That's
and everything.
That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Jill and Leon.
Yeah, Jill and Leon. Yeah, Jill. That's the rumor. Jill and Leon.
That sounds nasty.
To this, yeah, man. Every time I think about Resident Evil 5, I just think about cussing out Harry. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Yo.
Y'all play that together?
Yeah. We was on a loud. No, I had y'all on the. We was on a loud party. She did something, dog. We was just arguing this, and my character just sitting there and shit.
Oh yeah, because me and you was
playing. Me, you was playing. This is here.
I was on the behind the mic, like, come on.
Oh,
man,
yeah.
Let this nigga play.
Yeah,
man.
dog. Yeah, I remember that. It's a green. It's a greetings, salutations, everybody. I was just wondering on your thoughts on Lunar and Lunar 2 remasters, Mugen. They remastering it?
They remastered Lunar 1. They remaster it?
I didn't know they had a remaster. I don't know. I haven't checked up on it. So I really like the Lunar on Game Boy Advance that I had. It was a remake of the one of the Lunar games. I liked it.
Of it, man. It's just like an old anime look.
Yeah. So Hayachi, he dropped because of Street Fighter 6 Bison, because everybody thought Bison was fucking dead, and that nigga was back.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense.
They thought he was back and shit. I swear they be having conversations behind closed doors, Capcom and Namco and shit. Like
you keep saying when you want to move on.
Then they put the nigga back. They just put the nigga back. It made no sense.
They scared.
Said, bro, that is why I didn't get Tekken 8 because I actually came back and Lydia was Lydia, that's her name. And not to mention Clive instead of Tifa. Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Well, look, they gotta make sure they return back.
But the thing was that somebody did a video, and I seen it on Twitter too. It was a person who was a Final Fantasy fan. They said, "Yo, Clive is in Tekken." He said, "Yo, like he bought the game just because Clive was in it." He said, "Yo, Clive was dope, so it worked." You know what I'm saying? Like, so you do have a portion.
No doubt.
Yeah.
But
when did we buy Rebirth?
It was earlier this year. It was like April, March or April.
And Final Fantasy 7 came out last year, right?
We talking about what, remake?
Yeah,
no, remake was like 4 years ago, 3 or 4 years ago.
That's what we're talking about. Not remake. I'm talking about the second part.
It's not Integrate.
Oh, Integrate came out.
No, not Integrate. Rebirth.
Rebirth was the part 2 of the remake.
Wait,
they came out this year.
They came out this year.
Yeah, they came out March, April.
On there.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they could have yo, because Rebirth need that money. He said Hayachi should have been.
Clive is annoying as. He's Ford. I was like,
Clive, yeah.
Man, I love Clive.
The Hayachi should have been. Man. Yeah, it's Hayachi should have been the very first DLC character in the game's lifespan. If they would, I would have accepted that. They made him the very, very last DLC. But even if you made him DLC, you didn't even have to incorporate him in the story. He's just DLC. Just to have him in the game and shit like that. Like you know what I'm saying? So it made it. Because I ain't gonna lie, I felt sorry for Hayachi at the end because he like you felt as though that he did love his son, Kazuya. It was just more like his mom who was actually a demon who was going to kill Hayachi, and he had to kill her because she was trying to kill him and everything, and he had to make sure and say, "Yo, I gave birth. I laid down with a demon, and now it could potentially my son can be a demon." You know what I'm saying? So it was more like a misunderstanding. It was more like a misunderstanding thing. The way they did it, and when you see him fall in the lava, you can see like you felt as though like damn, like you know what I'm saying? And now this motherfucker is back. And then I saw the trailer with him in it, and you have Kazuya and Hayachi standing. He said, "I thought you was dead." He said, "You think lava can stop me or something like that?" I'm like,
You still human. You still human. Yeah, it should have stopped. What the heck?
That's why I don't take the second story serious. I never took it serious to begin with. Anytime you have a fighting velociraptor and a fighting fucking.
I'm like, yo, you're Tekken. All you had to do is add a character DLC. You had to put him in the story.
Exactly.
You know,
especially when they're setting up that his daughter Reina was gonna be like the next big evil, but then this motherfucker come back.
I thought it was BS. They like shoot on her.
Yeah. And I'm still confused how she got the double gene. Like I don't understand how she got the double gene. At the end when you beat it, she has the double gene. I don't understand how she got it. I'm lost.
Now that Jen and them don't have the
they don't have it no more. Yeah, they beat the shit out of each other. They don't have it no more.
She's gonna be like the main boss now.
Yeah,
but Hayachi's back, so I don't know what's going on. So it said Clyde belongs in Soul Calibur 7. Yes. Exactly. When
are we getting another Soul Calibur?
Man, they ain't doing Soul Calibur 7.
I think they eventually will because it's making because now they're making so much money off the it makes sense to capitalize off of it. We ain't gonna get it no time soon, but I think it's bound to happen at some point. Will Virtual Fire as a heat system? All right, check this out. The Virtual Fire niggas are scared because you know how these fiends they analyzing that trailer because another image had leaked out, and now there's an extra meter underneath the bar. And Virtual Fighter don't never have it was just pure martial arts. Now niggas are scared. It's like, yo, please don't have a heat gauge because heat gauge is what's ruining Tekken 8. It said, please, niggas are scared. Like Virtual Fire niggas are scared right now.
A heat gauge, but maybe something extra.
Now people think it's people are hoping that people are hoping that it's like a guard stun gauge or something like that.
Was the Virtual Fire have specials?
No, it never did.
No. That's like
people don't want it to have specials. People say, "Yo, just let it like." Because even Dead or Alive didn't have specials. It was just martial arts. It was just the environment.
No, they added it.
No, they hit the bound. We just hit them, but that was bound though. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not special.
No, you do that joint where the wind come out your hand.
Yeah, it's called bound,
and then you go into a whole cinematic combo.
Well, that's when you hit them in the right spot when you in the jaw.
Soul Calibur wound up getting specials too.
Yeah, but Soul Calibur wasn't bad. It was because that game wasn't really about combos. You know what I'm saying? It was more about positioning, footsies and stuff. It's about footsies and stuff like that. So that wasn't bad. I think the only thing I didn't like about it is like that shit interrupted shit. Like when you yo beat the hell out of this nigga, and then that nigga just turn that shit on like so. That's a whole nother mind game. I hated that shit. So to this day, a Final Fantasy character still isn't on Soul Calibur. Well, Cloud was supposed to be in the PS2 version of Soul Calibur 2, but they put Hayachi instead. I think the reason why Cloud probably didn't get in was because Square Enix, you know, they hard to work with at times.
They could have found so many other characters.
Yeah, like Link was the best third party in Soul Calibur, dog. I remember at game night we used to go over to my uncle's house. My dad, we all bring our consoles around. We had all these setups of Soul Calibur 2. I was the only one that bought my GameCube, so we would have the version with Link on it, and then we had the version with Spawn. And I think Wally bought his PS2 version over, and it had Hayachi on it and stuff like that. Yeah, man, that was even stupid. I think the stupidest. I think the Soul Calibur I didn't like was Soul Calibur 4 because of fucking Star Wars. That was the stupidest.
Yeah, I liked 4, but the Star Wars characters was
stupid. Like what the fuck? Like Star Wars and Soul Calibur, that shit was stupid. They couldn't keep him alive because people who made him were probably leaving Tekken 8. That's why I thought Reina was going to be that replacement, like that, like it was going to take over for Hayachi, give her move, give her a unique moveset, but throw in some Hayachi stuff.
Were too attached to that character.
Yeah, but that's the problem when you allow fighting games to go on for too long because you got they call it legacy characters.
You got Nightmare and Siegfried. It's literally Cecil and Dark Cecil.
Oh yeah. So they're monetizing what they think fans want. So yeah. Nightmare, pretty much from Final Fantasy 4. So have you heard of Lady Death Coffin comics? I think I heard of it. I think I heard of it.
Ain't she like a pale chick?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So I played Mass Effect 2, but Mass Effect 3 base game 3 ending was doo-doo.
Yeah, that's why the remaster.
Yeah. That DLC and shit.
To fix all of
everybody. That's controversial.
I'm gonna tell you right now, that Andromeda, somebody tried to play it recently. Yo, boy turned it on. Moment he got out of cinematic, he fell through the border. I see, yo, what?
What are you talking about?
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, yeah.
The cinematic was playing, the boy fell right through the board. and then he tried to play he tried to fight other aliens and stuff. His character melted inside of a truck. I said, yo, it's crazy.
So somebody said, it said your fave. It says, what games are y'all going to play? I mean, you gotta be more like, you gotta be more specific. Like, what do you mean? Like, is there a specific like for the holidays? Like, I will be playing with my brothers the Marvel Rivals, so we're going to be definitely getting to that over the holidays and stuff. I would like to stream that as well and everything. He says no Killmonger, no roleplay, guys. Please, free man. Would you love to see a game featuring Bayonetta, 2B, and Eve as the main characters, a crossover type game? Yeah, it'd be yeah.
That's fan service.
Yeah, fan service. The game. I think if we have a cool story, but this is the thing. There's a lot of games where like you see these dream crossovers, but they end up not being good. Like you get all the characters you want in the game, but the storyline is just ass. It's
too many main.
Yeah, I might like how did you fumble the ball with that and stuff like that. So it sounds like it'd be a cool idea, but it's how they do it. He said, "Why people like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII is the fucking haircut." Barrett's a good character. He's Barrett's a good character. He's not only he was a father, and he took care of a kid that wasn't his. Marlene's not his kid. Marlene. And this dude was a leader, and not just that. For this dude on the surface, this dude had like a hard exterior, a hard shell. And what I liked about Barrett's character was behind that hard shell was a guy that was broken, a guy that was hurt, and a guy that had a lot of guilt for what he'd done. He put all that weight on him because you got to understand when he came from his hometown, which was a coal mine type of town that he came from, and when Shinra came and they wanted to offer him to build those reactors in his hometown, he was the proponent. Because you remember when you first played Final Fantasy VII, he hates Shinra, he hates the reactors, he's blowing up the fucking reactors and everything. Just for you to find out later on that he was all for reactors and stuff back in the day. You get what I'm saying? And he felt responsible because his friend Dine was saying like, no, man, like we shouldn't do it. We're a coal mine town and all this other type of stuff. You know, a mithril town with mithrils and stuff like that. And he was telling like they don't trust Shinra. And he kept pushing like, no, we should do this. This would help our town to flourish and stuff like that and change our way of living. And just for Shinra, when the reactor malfunctioned, and it blew up and it killed it killed everybody, or it caused all this damage. Shinra didn't want to take the blame for it. So because if you find out that Shinra reactors are actually duds or they actually got problems, think of the COVID vaccine and shit like that. So if they think about it, so if people find that out, it's going to look bad on them and people's going to revolt against Shinra. So instead of them taking accountability for what happened to their reactor, they wiped everybody out and then they can say that it was the people who resisted against there was a group of people that resisted against them for putting the reactor there. So they did a whole media spin, a whole propaganda spin. And as I said before, Barrett felt responsible for that because he was the one that was pushing for that reactor. So when you play the game, you find that out like, oh shit. And you find out, so this dude was carrying a lot of weight, man, like on him and stuff like that. He's a very deep character, you know.
I didn't know he was married until
they mentioned her, but you never really seen her or like that. That's why I liked how they did that. They did her really good on his wife. Yeah. Saitama, San disagrees. Unless you're the Avatar, said Mugen, as a Dear Alive fan, I'm sad it failed. Why do you think it failed, bro? It's obvious why it failed. It failed because Dear Alive 5 is the definitive Dear Alive experience. You got a bunch of cool characters and crossovers in it. You had decent environments and great gameplay mechanics. You also still had your tag team. Look at Dear Alive 6. Compare Dear Alive 6 to Dear Alive 5. It was a complete downgrade. One, every Dear Alive game came out was always a graphical marvel. Yes. But Dear Alive 6 was disappointing. It didn't look that good. It wasn't elite. There's the other one. There's everyone that came out. Because you look at 360. 360, that was elite. And then this one came out on the PS4 and the Xbox One, and it wasn't that big of a leap graphically compared to the other games. Then what they did was they removed tag team feature. On top,
that was one of the fun features.
Exactly. That's the one we played. That's the mode we played the most.
That's the main deal.
That's the mode we played the most. and they got rid of tag team feature, and then day one DLC. If you go on the Steam page or whatever like that, and total all the DLC came at $1,200 day one, $1,200 worth of DLC.
That killed them right there.
And then after that, the DLC characters were characters that you already had in DOA 5. Then you had to re-get Maya again, I believe it was, and a couple other characters you had to re-get again as DLC. Then on top of that, they introduced the color mechanics where you're able to customize the colors. And what they did was it cost $1 to buy dye to put on your character and stuff. It costs $1 per color. So this is what happened. You spend $1, right? You put the color on them. Say, for instance, like, okay, I want to change the color. I want to get some new dye. You buy new dye, it removes the other dye. You have to rebuy that other dye that you just bought.
Wait.
Yeah. And then they try to say it was a bug. Or like that.
No.
They try to say that shit was a bug. I remember that whole fiasco right there.
At his best.
Crazy ass bug.
And you gotta remember the original DOA guy, developer, the one who created it, he been left. He left since Dead or Alive 3, I think it was, or 4. He been left. He was clashing with Team Ninja and stuff, so he fucking left or whatever like that. And so the new guy came in, and all he did was focus on fan service. He focused on the sexual part of it rather than the game itself, because the original creator, it was all the gameplay was awesome and the chicks were just hot, but the gameplay was number one. He focused on the fan service because he knew that it was gonna be a bunch of fiends, horny fiends that was going to buy all the costumes. I didn't even buy not one costume, because you gotta remember the old DOA games, you was able to unlock every last costume by playing the game. They were hard as fuck to unlock. The naughtier the costume, the harder it was to unlock those costumes. Your thoughts on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero? Don't give a shit about it. I really don't. Strike got the game.
I got it. Like I have a love-hate relationship for that game. Like it's an amazing looking game. The combat is dope. It's busted as fuck. That's the main problem with that game. Like it's busted as hell, and it doesn't have a lot of features in it. And if you're not good at countering in that game, you're not gonna have fun in that game at all. Like you're just gonna get your ass tossed from here on out. So I stopped playing it because it started frustrating me, and I couldn't do it no more.
Yeah, dog. Like
You play that game in a minute.
But I like the game. It definitely was
the Bleach. That Bleach game. I'm gonna get that. I think I'm gonna get
that Bleach. Yeah, that looks
really good. It looks really good. Like it plays good too.
So Street Fighter 4 has my favorite art style. Street Fighter 4, I like Street Fighter 4. I like it for a while. Yeah, we played that for a minute. Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that game showed me that I couldn't play fighting games for shit. Like I was playing Mugen, so I played Mugen. Like, cause I didn't
also got you better though.
Yeah, it did. It did get me better.
Got me better. Yeah, I never really played Street Fighter like that.
Yeah, because remember I grew up playing fighting games, but I wasn't into fighting games. I played them because all my uncles, my cousins, don't play that game night. I wasn't into fighting games like that, but Mugen got me into fighting games. So when Capcom returned with Street Fighter 4, I said, "Yeah, I've been playing Mugen."
Capcom was going for a while minute.
The one that was holding fighting games down was Namco with Tekken. Tekken was still going like that, and Soul Calibur was still going. But when Street Fighter 4 came out, it got me into it, and that's when they bought the arcade sticks came out, like and everything. That changed the whole game around with that shit. And yeah, man, I love Street Fighter 4. If I remember correctly, Final Fantasy characters were based on high fashion of the time. Yeah, that's why Noctis and them feel so out of place and outdated. Their look, they had that Japanese boy band, early 2000s look, and they kept pushing the game back, keep pushing it back and stuff like that. That scene kind of went away. You know what I'm saying? At that time. So yeah. Lex Luthor was such an iconic ball bad. Yeah. Like I said, like no, there as a bad guy, I had no problem with that. I'm talking about playing as a main protagonist who's bald. Like
games. Yeah,
we talking about games, playing as
games.
Yeah. I don't have a problem with bald characters in general. I just don't like playing as them.
Lex. I like Lex.
Yeah, I like Lex.
Yeah,
and Kingpin, yeah, man.
Look, he wants that gas. Yes.
Is it One Punch Man? Oh yeah, One Punch Man. I like One Punch Man. Yeah.
Another season?
But people say it's not really as good. Yeah, it fell off. Like everybody was talking about season 1. I got into season 1. I loved it.
Because the Mad Studios, they were changing it, and that's when it fell.
Yeah, man. Resident Evil 1 did use real characters in the beginning of cutscenes, I believe. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, Resident Evil is a different case because they introduced that and it was for that game. But now it became the standard now. People have been making fun of Hideo Kojima for having Western cinema influence. He's a
Don't he get a movie?
Hideo Kojima, he's the opposite of a weeaboo. I forgot what they called him, but he's like a weeaboo for American stuff, for Western stuff.
I don't know why.
Hideo Kojima, he loves Hollywood. He admitted, like he grew up watching Hollywood films, and that's why a lot of stuff we look at in a lot of his new stuff, he got nothing but Hollywood actors. And he said he finally got a chance to, especially with Death Stranding. Yeah. These are people that he always watched. And now he's working with them and putting them in his projects and stuff. So yeah, he's the opposite of what a weeaboo is. He's like a weeaboo for Western stuff or whatever. So I gotta get ready for work. Y'all be easy. You know. All right, man. Take it easy.
DJ. Lawrence.
You sleep. He said you sleep. Breath of Fire 4 is an all-timer. So I need to replay Battle Network 1. Said, man, I love playing Battle Network in middle school. He said, Breath of Fire 4 is finished. It's not a TBC. Manga version was dropped and completed the story. Breath of Fire 4 did cut short, though, to be fair. I think. Oh, cool. I need to check that out. No. There's a manga release of Breath of Fire 4. Loose ends and stuff. What's up, Illis? What's going on, man? Compared to Breath of Fire 3, it just felt short, I guess. I finished 3 and 4. Yeah, I had 4. I just never finished it. That's the only Breath of Fire that I had. My brother had Dragon Quarter. That shit.
Oh,
that was like a Souls. That was a Souls game. That was a Souls game. I didn't like the fact that you have to constantly keep replaying it over and then because I remember you made it close to the end, but your dragon meter was just too high and shit like that. I remember you feed the fuck out of that damn game, dog. I remember that.
Because like the thing was when it came down to your dragon meter, you had to make sure as low as possible. Doing dashes would increase your dragon.
I remember
meter.
that.
When you get hurt, it increases your dragon meter.
I just sit down and watch you play that.
So if you could beat a boss without using your dragon, you were doing good.
Yeah,
you were doing good. But that last boss fight,
I remember, dog. Kraft said they didn't do like Square Enix did with their unfinished RPGs. Capcom made it clear where they are with the series. Breath of Fire at Fairy Village had tons of content. Yeah, I never. And the thing is, Capcom is the perfect time to bring out Breath of Fire because that would be their Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it would be.
That would be their Final Fantasy game. Like that, it's a perfect time to start putting that stuff out together. It's all about expanding their catalog of games. You know what I'm saying? So while you wait for your Monster Hunters and your Resident Evils and your Street Fighters, you have those titles. And Dino Crisis, I forgot about that. Dino Crisis can come back.
Matter of fact, I've seen the other Breath of Fires, but they were like almost like cell phone games. Them joints was trash. That don't even they didn't feel what it looked like.
And there's Breath of Fire 6, but it's mobile. Like
so
they was continuing the numbers, like mobile, like trash.
I would erase all that.
So yeah, 5.
You don't count those.
5 was a bad time. PS2 was not a Capcom era if it wasn't for Resident Evil and God Hand. Really God Hand? Because I still don't know
what the fuck God Hand.
Yeah, I heard of God Hand, but was it because of God Hand? Who still? Yeah. Who still remember God Hand? I mean, like on a mainstream front. That's another series they can bring back.
Mega Man 7 did bad. Mega Man X7 did bad was because it wasn't a traditional Mega Man game.
The dog. Zero and Axel, they're voice acting and
you gotta calm down.
Zero sound like Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah, that voice acting was bad.
God.
That dub was bad in X7, but I played your X8. I love that joint.
X8 brought it back.
Yeah, X8.
I played X8.
X8 was good, and then your Mega Man Command Mission. He had that on GameCube. That was good.
I was shocked who the last boss was though. Like that's gonna blew my mind.
Oh, it's a Solarian. It's Solarian. But yeah, Solarian. Yeah. Let's see. Was it X5 through 7 fell off? X8 fell off into a ravine. X7 only had about 30 or so people working on it with a little to no time. Say y'all gonna play any games? Not on the stream right now. No.
Not today.
No. This is a shit. This is just a chat stream.
Not today.
We're gonna do like a Marvel Rivals stream at some point. Capcom isn't doing anything Darkstalkers or Mega Man related. Street Fighter 6 proves this with how lazy the content for the collab. I haven't, dude. I got Street Fighter 6 and still haven't played that fucking game. I only played like the world, a little bit of World Tour, and still haven't played it yet. I still haven't sat down and played it. X8, despite what others say, is really good game. Yeah, it's a good game. It's tied with X4 as my favorite X game. Raptor, let's see. The zombie and Darkstalker name is Lord Raptor. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I don't care for Darkstalkers at all.
Project X Zone.
Oh man, Project X Zone,
You
dog.
never beat any of them.
Yeah, I can't find my fucking DS. I remember let my daughter play it, and then she don't know where it's at. But that was years ago. That game, I wanted to finish that game because that was the sequel to Namco Cross Capcom on the PS2. That was the sequel to that, which never came to the States. So man, that should be the thing that Nintendo should really release on Nintendo Switch too. What they should do is do a collection and then do a part 3, and they can market it how they market Smash Brothers. And add more companies, not just Nintendo. Bring back Sega, Capcom, Bandai Namco, and then throw in another 2 companies in there and do reveal trailers of characters. I think that would be awesome, man.
They put Arc System in there.
Yeah. So I know Morgan from the Dreamcast mini characters, fighters, and hentai. And yeah, Morgan, Felicia, and Hisinko. Yeah, like they're the only 3 characters. Like, I don't really give a shit about Darkstalkers. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I really don't give a shit about that IP at all. There's only 3 characters I like from Darkstalkers. Darkstalkers, Doctors, and Morgans, the Succubus, Dimitri's, the vampire, and the Chinese vampire girl and cat girl. Yeah, fair. X8 does have his problem. That kind of turned people off. What's up, Frameware Art? Jetta is my favorite. Felicia and Jetta are my 2 favorites. Games used to be passion project. Now it's about money. Yeah, because it went mainstream, man. These are like the game industry makes more than Hollywood. It's bigger than Hollywood. It's way bigger than Hollywood now. So what up, bro? How you doing? I'm doing good. I'm here with my brothers, Strike and Keo. We here chilling and stuff, just chilling with you guys. Christmas Eve to bring in Christmas and stuff. John Talbane, Dimitri, and yeah. How well did the collection do? Capcom probably didn't make any new Darkstalkers if the people didn't buy it. Yeah, all the collections, when they did the Darkstalkers remastered, that shit didn't sell at all. And then the Marvel vs. Capcom, I did a video on it. Marvel vs. Capcom collection did really, really good. Capcom said it profit, and it's on track for more success. They said the fighting collection the fighting collection that I got that Capcom gave me a review code for. The game been out for 2 years and it still haven't even reached 1 million copies yet. And guess what's on it? Darkstalkers. But most of the titles on there are all titles that people never heard of. Cyberbots, you know what I'm saying? Darkstalkers, and all these other titles that people never heard of. So, it's been 2 years and it still haven't pushed anything. But every time Darkstalkers got a remaster that was on PS4 and the Xbox, the PS4, what's it called? Darkstalker Resurrections, that joint sold ass.
Damn.
That joint sold ass.
It's the characters, man.
It's sold ass. Like at this point, stop doing remasters and just, if you are, just do a double A budget new game. You know what I'm saying? Have a good week. Going to be enjoying my movie making and games. I enjoy like Metaphor, Refantagio, Princess Crown, Hades, and Shantae. Do well on your story. Thanks, Rare. Appreciate it. Maybe Darkstalkers tag team battle.
They ain't gonna work either.
And dog, like I said, those characters gotta be appealing. Like I'm telling you, none of them characters are appealing at all. I didn't want to play as that fucking mummy. I didn't want to play as a fucking Sasquatch. I didn't want to play as a fucking Bumblebee. I didn't even know that the Indian guy was the main character of Darkstalkers. Because Morgan was always the poster character for it, or like that. BB Hood didn't care about that character. I didn't care about none of the characters in Darkstalkers. I didn't. Sumo Digital did with Team Sonic Red Dog. Now I'm hoping, I'm having hope.
Look, my expectations is low.
Yeah, I'm having hope.
I ain't trying to hurt my feelings.
Yeah. But Team Sonic Racing, the Team Sonic Racing, which is ass, dog. Like that shit. how do you go from Transform the Sega racing to just Sonic racing? That's like going from Marvel vs. Capcom back to X-Men versus Street Fighter. Like that doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make sense. And then the gameplay wasn't good at all. The cars felt floaty. Like the Transform was the best. It was better than Mario Kart, dog. Transforms. Sonic All-Star Transform was the shit.
Was.
Yeah, PJ used to play with us. That shit was fun. There's a handful of cool characters in Darkstalkers, but the rest of them were just straight weird. Yeah. None of the characters were. I resonated with none of the Darkstalkers characters. Like I said, Morgan's only because she had the sex. She was like a sex symbol for that series. It's my favorite game. Characters. I haven't played Metaphor. Keel,
I beat it.
He beat the game, so he knew more about that than I do.
Love the game. The game was really, really fun. That it captured me was because of the art direction.
Mm-hmm.
And this was different for Atlas. It was totally different.
Yeah, man. And it cleaned up at the Game Awards, dog. Like I was surprised. Not because I
game of the year.
Yeah, I was surprised because I was surprised not because I don't think it's good. No, I was surprised because I thought they was gonna rob that game. I really thought they was gonna rob
it. They're when it comes down to JP Games, when it comes down to the Game Awards, man, they used to be shysting, to be honest. Like besides Elden Ring, but besides that game, that's just a one in the mill. But when it comes down to like Atlas and stuff like that, they do Atlas really dirty during the Game Awards. They do them really, really bad. And that Astrobot winning, that was garbage. That was garbage.
I was fine with it.
I was not cool with that.
I was fine with it.
I was not cool with that, dog. It was just too many games out there was better than that, John. Like, and don't get me wrong, Astrobot was very nostalgic. I'm not spending those $70 for that game.
That's probably why I won. Because we haven't had a platform is like the least talked about genre now.
Yeah. Remember back in the day, that was the genre. That was the genre back in the day.
More popular than shooters and fighting games.
Mm-hmm.
Be on their grind.
I miss platformers, so that's probably what it won. I mean, why it won because it brought people back to like a special time.
Mm-hmm. And it says Grand Blue Fantasy Relink only barely lasted 1 year before they cut the lifeline.
We got it last February. No, we got it this February.
Yeah, it stopped this year. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, that's barely a year. Yeah, you're not lying.
Yeah, I want a new Power Stone, but with other Capcom characters.
Oh my God.
Oh, you talking about I remember I made a video saying that if I would like to have a Capcom All-Stars game, but it plays like Power Stone, which means it has a bunch of Capcom characters, but it plays like Power Stone. You have your Ryu, you have your Mega Mans and stuff like that. It like have a shit ton of like cosmetics you can have to get for the characters and stuff like that. I did a whole video on that. Anarchy Reign soundtrack is fire. Tatsunoko, nigga, if they remaster that,
I'm buying it.
Please remaster that. You're doing everything else.
I'll definitely cop
I'll buy it.
Yeah, remaster that shit.
I enjoyed that game.
I'm going in that shit, dog.
I pick my man.
Yeah, the bull from Mad World and Bayonetta was in Anarchy Reigns. Yeah. Remember Mad World?
Wasn't it? No, I know.
Yeah. It said, and even then, the first patch add party features, which the console versions had day one, and you talking about the Sonic joint. It then said the second patch updated the nouveau version because it didn't work with certain Intel CPUs. See that the nouveau be fucking shit up.
What is that?
The nouveau's when you certain games like when people's having an upset. That's why a lot of people don't get PC games, but like especially from Capcom and them.
Yeah,
because the nouveau is put like a anti-cheat or it's like an anti-cheat or anti-hacking thing that's attached to the game. So you download it, you buy it from Steam, you put it in your computer, and it's attached to your PC. And what the nouveau does, people think it is a legal spy software because sometimes it slows down your computer. It causes conflicts and stuff like that. So when people find out that certain games all right, it's coming to PC, but like, I need to know if the nouveau is on this. If the nouveau is on, I'm not buying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not buying it for the PC and stuff. So yeah, that's the problem with that. Didn't know. It was one of the highest selling Resident Evils.
What?
Resident Evil 5. Yeah, because I ain't lied. Like when I saw it was multiplayer, like my gripes for Resident Evil 4 was that it wasn't Resident Evil. But I tweeted that shit out the window. Like, oh shit, I can play it. It's 2 players. Like, oh, sign me the fuck up.
Resident Evil Outbreak. Outbreak.
Resident Evil Outbreak.
Back.
Oh, bring that. That would be fucking perfect. Outbreak would be perfect.
Like
and fans are asking for it. Yo,
Yeah.
did that multiplayer game ever come out?
Which one?
That deathmatch joint, the Resident Evil joint where you was able to.
Yeah.
It's out.
Yeah, Ben came out.
I thought I remember it was a beta, but I never heard anything of it after that beta.
The joint we played together.
No. We talking about that's Resistance. Remember they had a deathmatch joint where you pick your character
I think it did come out. It didn't land.
And you can transform the Nemesis when you get like a super. Yeah.
It didn't. That joint didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was wondering. Like, I never heard that. I remember that beta, but I never heard anything from it after that. I'd rather not have another Tatsunoko. Man, bring it on.
Crazy, man.
Bring that shit the fuck on. So that's how fucked up. Yeah, it's fucking up niggas CPUs and shit. The Nouveau. He said Mad World needs to be remade.
Seen that game I played.
You never seen it?
No, I know what it is.
You know what it is?
I've
Okay.
never seen it play.
Yeah.
It reminds me of
It was for Wii.
City.
It was like Wii. It was on Wii only.
like
it was a Wii exclusive. Yeah.
Then the Bull play Marcus Phoenix did the main.
Yeah, it didn't make her. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. Resident Evil 5 had the best mercenaries hands down. I bought Resident Evil 5, but never got around to playing it. I played it a little bit with them.
Beat that game like five.
And then I remember you did a whole thing with Ja. Like, I was going through all the Johns and shit like that. Yeah.
I love that game.
You were swapping back from Marquise and stuff.
Well, they saying
we did it on 6.
they were saying that Resident Evil 9 is going to have like an open world aspect, like almost like an open world to it, because you're going to be on this island or something like that. So it's going to be very open compared to the other Resident Evils.
Veronica's getting a remake, right?
But what they're doing as a strategy is they're going to try to release a Resident Evil like every year or every other year, meaning that they're going to go back and do remakes, and then while they're doing remakes, it's going to drop the next entry to the series forward. Well, what people are speculating is that with these remakes, it's a totally different universe, totally different canon, because the way they incorporate in certain things, because they believe that the remakes may stay closer to, they try to stay more closer to the horror of the originals and just go down a different route or whatever like that.
You know what I said? Super Zombie Warriors. So
or whatever, like
that is
because they said because somebody was speculating that because at the end of Resident Evil at the end of Resident Evil 3 remake, at the end you see this chick, it's this broken valve, walks over and grabs it, but it doesn't look like Jill, because Jill and this dude's a fiend. Because at the end, which I'll show you. Actually, I'll show you the
Look, we don't know where Barry is, so I'll
bring it up.
So is it a secret ending?
I'll show you remake. I remember
Oh, she dressed up. She looked just the Luna.
yeah, I'll show. We've seen that.
I know she looked black, but she looked more Asian than me.
He's almost.
It's this cute Asian chick that goes out this white guy. And I think Edmund Gold looking at Space Without. Edmund Gold cool with them.
All right, so this part right here, when you beat this part right here, when you beat the remake, yeah. So some fiend was saying that can't, because I was confused too when I first saw it. People were saying, I said that don't seem like Jill. They don't.
Is it Rebecca?
Yeah. So
and the reason why I guess that because of the color shirt.
Yeah. So this fiend did was saying that when you look at all the advertising or every game placement, every character is associated with the color. Jill has like a bluish, grayish because of her original outfit and stuff. Yeah. And even when you look in what you call them in this game, the remake, she has that the original outfit with the skirt and stuff like that. Yeah. That's her color scheme. Of course, Redfield is like a dark green with what you call them. You always will see that Barry's like a reddish or whatever like that, and then Claire Redfield is a female. Since she's a female, she has the red, what you call them, this, that, and third. So somebody speculating that this was actually hinting something with Rebecca. So they're thinking this could be like a lead on to the remake to Resident Evil 0. Because the rumor is Resident Evil 0 is either going to be remade first or Veronica's going to be remade first. Either one of them is going to be remade. But everybody don't want 0. People said they hate 0. Well, the only thing I don't like about I like the gameplay. I think the only thing that the main people don't like is the story, because it was very anime-ish. Like you fighting this wizard dude like he made a
I
leap.
didn't know he was a wizard. He's
He want revenge on Umbrella and stuff. It was very weird. It was becoming more like not Resident Evil because of the story. It was just stupid. So people didn't like that shit.
Zombie war.
Or like that. But that's what people were speculating. However, but I would love to see them do Zero remake and make it multiplayer. Make it a multiplayer. I would love to see them do that.
This is boy with my food. I mean, be honest,
It's been a minute.
Yeah, I haven't.
What's up, JR? Thanks for the super chat. So DMC one has the best tone, atmosphere, and music. It was the first of its kind, man. Like I remember when PS2. You gotta understand too. When PS2 came out, PS2 was dry and shit when it came to games. It was nothing. So like when you was a PS2 owner, like I was a PS2.
No,
oh, sure.
Hello. Yeah, I'm still waiting for my order.
Yeah, when I was a PS2 owner at launch. PS2 had no fucking games. PS2 had no, it had no fucking games at launch, and you had to wait a long time.
Mountain Street.
So you was hungry to get any game that dropped on PS2. You was hungry. You was hungry for any game that came out on PS2.
Okay.
So when Devil May Cry came out,
I keep forgetting.
My dad grabbed that game right away for his PS2. He grabbed it right away, and I remember I watching my dad play it. And it was before its time. The music, even the graphics, the voice acting, all kinds of things about that game. It was just awesome with DMC one. Definitely awesome.
Feel free to
answer for PSP
because I get to see the motherfucking look in your eyes.
Yeah, they remastered them soon. It's not out yet. To key on DX, who are your mains in Marvel Rivals?
I'll jump on first. Iron Man, Guy, Penny Parker, Adam Warlock, Jeff the Shark. I don't want to see Cloak and Dagger as my main, but I do use Cloak and Dagger too. And Wanda, I use Wanda a lot. And who else? That's all my characters right there.
You play Wanda?
Oh, Captain America. Yeah, I use Wanda too. I use Captain America.
All the characters are so fun and good in that game. I use pretty much almost the whole roster, but as far as like maining, I main as far as tanking, I main Thor. I got into using Doctor Strange. I started using Groot. Let's see. DPS. I'm trying to get good with Spider-Man, Black Panther. And I also use Moon Knight, and I just started getting into using Wolverine because Wolverine's really fun to use. You just need good healers. And as far as healing, I switched between Luna and Cloak and Dagger, but I'm kind of just I'm pretty much going to use everybody. But as far as maining, I'm still looking for. So I'm waiting for Sue Storm to come out because she's going to be a specialist. So I want to see how she's going to play. I want to try her out. And everybody's hyping up Ultron, and his skill set's been leaked, and he's looking like he's gonna be pretty fun. So I might try him out. But yeah,
but the crazy thing is like me and Brian was talking to Dad earlier. Apparently, Ben got 3 forms. That would have been nice if they implemented that. Yeah, that would have been nice. He could turn back to himself. Then he got the regular thing, and then he got a form beyond that form. I think that's pretty cool.
It says Karos is one of my favorite movies. I met the actors.
It's weird.
It's weird, that's really weird.
But it's
I remember Kyrie brought that
weird.
over, and I was like, Tatsunoko versus Capcom walk, so Marvel versus Capcom 3 could run. That's why I was disappointed in Marvel versus Capcom 3 because I was expecting Tatsunoko versus Capcom game because that I think it was a better gameplay to me in my personal opinion than Marvel versus Capcom 3. I like those mechanics better or whatever. Like the 4th remake of it. Said Capcom bought back by because no one added him to the Harambe Heaven meme. No, I can't even enjoy it. Switch. Lunar, the first game is already remastered. Nope, Rebirth came out February this year. Mugen Lord. February. Yeah, it was February. I couldn't remember the date. The devs do talk. They do roundtable discuss practices and bounce ideas back and forth. Waifu sells. It should have been Tifa. Waifus do sell, but in this case, Clive, he's gonna sell. Rebirth, yeah.
Dog, man, he's
Clive and Tifa should have been added. I like
Yo,
both.
he's the only one that worked in the
I know,
title.
but they're remastering it again for consoles.
That's the only Final Fantasy main character that worked
And
in the
Clive
title.
is the oldest Final Fantasy protag. That's why people like him as well. Yeah, he is like as far as age, his protag. He's like the oldest.
But we grew with him. You know, he started as a teenager.
Yeah, because most of the Final Fantasy, they don't do older guys like males or female as main characters.
But the reason why Clive was different, you
grow up,
used him as a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was dope.
Yeah.
They never did that before. I feel as though the only thing is I feel as though they should let you spend more time on him being young.
Yeah, the time things were kind of because I ain't gonna lie, when they first advertised the young one, I thought that was going to be like
a good
portion of it. Yeah, they did. The time skips were really fast. They removed all my mains from Tekken 8. Miguel was in every game since 6, and then he got removed from 8 for 8. Yeah, they gonna make him DLC and shit. So the PS1 version was a remake from the Sega one. Okay. Akuma from Street Fighter was a base character in Tekken 7 and actually played a part in the storyline. Yeah. The Sega one is probably the best one. Yeah, I'll admit. The way they Hayashi came back was silly. So Tekken 8 has fun characters like King. That's my brother. He's a King man.
Yeah, I might have used him. Then I switched to the androgynous boy. I forgot his name.
Oh, Leo.
Yeah, Leo.
So the only reason Akuma was in Tekken 7 because Street Fighter Cross Tekken. Well, the main reason why he was in, because remember, Tekken Cross Street Fighter. Because remember, when it came to Street Fighter Cross Tekken, they were supposed to do 2 versions. Capcom was going to do their version, which they did, which is Street Fighter Cross Tekken. And then Bandai Namco was supposed to do their version, which was Tekken Cross Street Fighter, where the Street Fighter characters come over to the Tekken universe and their gameplay style. And Harada said they finished the gameplay, like the engine, they finished the gameplay mechanics for the Street Fighter characters. The roster was selected already and everything. They still won't admit it, but I believe the horrible reception that Street Fighter Cross Tekken got because of the whole DLC situation in the gyms. They pretty much held back on it, and Akuma was actually from the Tekken Cross Street Fighter project. He just pulled them from there. There was rumors that Falcon Ram, the Muay Thai dude from Tekken 7, they saying that he was ripped from Sagat or whatever like that. They're saying that he was actually Sagat, and he just took him and just made him into a Tekken character instead or whatever like that. But Harada still said that Tekken Cross Street Fighter is not canceled or whatever like that, but we'll have to see.
10 years?
Probably longer than that.
I was in high school when that.
Yeah, I just went back to college too, and finished college. And still nothing from it. It's also coming to Steam, but not out yet. Not even Harada takes the Tekken story seriously. Yeah, that shit. The story just fucking stupid. Said no one questioned how you could understand each other while speaking other languages. Nigga King speaks in roars. How the hell do you want to understand him?
Roars and body language.
He's that nigga speaking roars.
No, he used to jump up to the screen. Oh,
yeah, that bro, nobody care about this. Fighting games in general. Well, the thing was, the reason why people starting to care more about story and fighting is because of what NetherRealm Studios did with Mortal Kombat. Like Mortal Kombat, especially with Mortal Kombat 9, bro. Like they set the standard for what story is supposed to be until they fucked it up now. But they were the standard for it. You know what I'm saying? But when it came to back in the day, fighting games.
No, they started it with Mortal Kombat versus
DC. I forgot about that. Yeah, DC. Yeah. They did that shit good.
Like, oh, this on.
Yeah. I was quiet when I was sitting there. I was clowning that shit. But I was playing that, so I was like, oh shit, like this shit actually worked. But I remember when it comes to fighting games and fighting games with a story is equivalent to people wanting to only watch porn if it has storyline to it. That's how they are when it came to fighting games, because most fighting games are just nonsensical with the story. So most of them are convoluted. Like, the story that's convoluted to me, Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue is convoluted as fuck.
I don't understand.
Dead or Alive storyline is convoluted as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of fighting game stories out there that just don't make no fucking sense. It's just all over the fucking place and shit. And you got fans out there that likes these stories and stuff like that. That just likes them. I'm like, okay. So I didn't see that. Didn't see what? So a virtual fighter has been pure martial arts. Yeah, and people are afraid they're gonna start adding some like super move bullshit or a heat gauge and shit. That's what people are afraid of. Yeah, spring 2025, the new remake come out. Okay. More old games I finished already. They added 2B and Soul Calibur. I didn't really like 2B and Soul Calibur.
To be honest, she shouldn't have been.
She shouldn't have been in that shit for me personally.
Wow, she's too futuristic.
Yeah, she just out of place to me. What you come from Witcher was dope.
Yeah,
he fit.
Yeah.
I was a perfect. I was hyped. I don't even play with you. I was hyped.
I snapped when I seen
'Cause
Geralt.
it makes sense. When Geralt was in there, that makes sense. Yeah, Link was dope in Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
I almost had a heart attack when I opened up Game Informer
that-
magazine and saw that nigga in there. I was like, I almost had a fucking heart attack.
Dude, that was and he had Spawn on Xbox.
Yeah.
Dude.
So I miss when fighting games had no guest characters. I do agree with that. I do agree with that at some point because after a while it takes away from, especially when the characters are ridiculous. These guest characters get ridiculous. That doesn't make sense, and they add them into the games. Now you used to appreciate guest characters back in the day because they were rare. You didn't expect them. You didn't see them coming. But now it became part of a marketing. It's more about marketing and advertising. They became product placements and stuff. Yeah, Smash Brothers. Like, that's why, like, even though I like the guest character Smash Brothers, I got tired of it. So I say because now it's not a focus on Nintendo. It's not a celebration of Nintendo. It's a celebration of games in general. You know what I'm saying? Now we got Kazuya and from Tekken and Smash Brothers. We got Terry Bogard. You know what I'm saying? We started getting all this stuff. Even though I like Cloud, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. We lost the plot. You know, all the other Nintendo characters. Yeah, we lost the plot. Like we should have got more Nintendo characters, and we didn't. We started getting just more and more guest characters and stuff, and you start to see that a lot. In these newer fighting games, like Star Wars and Soul Calibur was fucking stupid.
That was the nastiest thing I've ever seen.
So you stopped playing Soul Calibur at the 3. Soul Calibur 3 was my favorite. Was like 2 and 3 was my favorite.
Yeah, three was the best one.
Yeah, 2 and 3. But everybody like 3 was the least favorite out of there because it was the less competitive. Like it was broken mess. Like you could everybody skip that one competitively.
I feel like every time is the ones we like. That's the ones that everybody else like.
Yeah, because
you
could even like for instance, my favorite Tekken of all time is Tekken 4. But Tekken 4 was the most broken and the most like uncompetitive because of the environments. Because they was like certain characters like was super busted, like Infinite and Steve was like the best character in Tekken 4, and stuff like that. And I liked the Tekken 4 because it was the first Tekken game that had an open environment. You fight at an airport. You didn't fight. I thought it was unique, really, and the music was awesome in Tekken 4. That was still my favorite, and because of that backlash, and
Tekken always got good.
Yeah. But that was the best. It was something about that Tekken 4, that airport theme. Oh man, that was my favorite theme in Tekken 4. But because of that, because of Tekken 4 and the backlash that it received, Harada and them decided we're not going to do that again. We're not going to do that approach ever again anymore. That's why we never seen. Because, like I said, in Tekken 4, there used to be people and stuff like that. You would push them in, and the people will push you and stuff like that. Even in the mall had so many layers. You could fight on the second floor. You could punch niggas off the second floor and stuff like that. In the airport, you did to fight outside the joint and fight underneath the airplane and stuff. It was like the environments was big as shit. I liked that joint. It was different. A hallway was actually a hallway. You know what I'm saying? Like it was dope. He said Apprentice from Star Wars Force Unleashed was my favorite character, and Soul Calibur 4. My dad played that character too. Which is why I have Killer Instincts and Corrupt, no heat system. Also, KI 2013 worked because of the combo ultra combos. Yeah, I love Killer Instincts 2013. Yeah, I love Killer Instincts.
You two get into the Killer Instincts
Shut up. It's there.
Fast, man.
I remember. So they can see, like, they can tell me nothing. Like,
Tell me nothing.
Yo, man. So I don't want to play her. I want to play Old Man Who Doesn't Die. He told Hayachi.
Yo, shut up. Stupid.
So I'm not happy with Soul Calibur 4. It's like the menacing a family member. I skipped out on 5. I didn't like 5 because
5 was good, but it felt like something was missing.
It felt like something was missing, but then all the legacy characters were replaced by new characters, but they look generic. Taki was going with his another
They
chick,
were
but
pretty much those characters.
yeah,
I like my man Sheba, but he was Killick.
yeah,
But they had Killick on the game, but Killick was a sword master.
yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, Link was OP. Like in tournaments, you couldn't play him and shit. You couldn't play him because he had the bombs. He had the especially at the if you know with SoCal you had the weapon mode where each weapon had different abilities. You get that fairy sword. I think it healed you and some shit like that.
Yeah.
That shit was bonkers, dog. So monetizing what fans want was a comment about Akuma and Clive. Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm worried they'll put DEI in the next Soul Calibur. I don't know. It's too soon. It's too soon to talk about that. I really don't know. And we don't know what the culture is going to be.
And plus, you look at how it is. Like that would be your answer right there. Like Harada don't mess with none of it.
Yeah.
But here's the crazy thing.
The
whole Spawn thing. Why would you put Spawn like from our reality in that game instead of the medieval Spawn? It didn't make sense.
No, I mean, but it still worked. He was like a demon.
Yeah, he's like a demon.
He's still a demon.
And plus, a lot of people don't know what Spawn is.
Yeah.
The people know Spawn because Spawn, but no one knows the others. Nigga, I don't really know shit about. I don't know shit about Spawn, but Spawn.
Spawn was like Ghost Rider.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like from the outside, people only know Spawn. Like Spawn, no one knows all this shit that encompasses Spawn.
Like, because the thing is, like, it kind of threw me for a loop because I'm like, yo.
But he didn't use the guns. He just used the axe and the chains and stuff.
Meat axe.
And he still
It worked.
He still had that look.
Yeah, like we fight Astro. You put him beside Astrolf and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Ivy, Nightmare, and Spawn. The sword Ivy has my favorite. Like Siegfried was my nigga. Siegfried in every game. Siegfried and Killick was my main. Talon. Siegfried, Talon, and Killick. They were my characters, and then of course Link. Dying flashback. Barrett Wallace, the best looking giant marshmallow ever. The Barrett was the road to hell is paved with good intentions personified.
Yo, stupid.
So corrupt.
What is corrupt?
It's 11 characters. It's 24 minute.
Oh, I gotta look this up.
24 minute motion curling stages with the hottest tracks. Bro,
No, hold on.
Shimmer reminds me.
You said it's called Corrupt?
Yeah, it's called Corrupt. Oh, I think it's cybernetic. It's cybernetic fighting game. Yeah, they like it's like Cyborg. You can see it on YouTube. Yeah, I remember that. It's an indie game. Click on it. And it looks good.
Corrupt.
Aaliyah.
It's not bad. It does look dope.
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, I've been seeing stuff on it.
It was a Killer Instinct feel.
When did this come out?
5 days ago.
Oh, that's why he thought because it's on new.
Yeah, it's Koei Tecmo sucks now. He said not only they killed DOA, they also killed Dynasty Warriors. I don't give a shit about Dynasty Warriors.
I played the demo to the new joint. It looks
clean.
Graphics look good, but I'm like,
dude,
it's Dynasty Warriors, man.
Dude,
it's like they did add like a RPG element to it. You go around an open world, talk to people. The villages look nice, it's lively. Yeah. But when you get back into the war, it's like they should have just left it in the grave.
I was done with Dynasty Warriors since Dynasty Warriors 2 when it launched on PS2. Like, I was done with that shit.
I like the approach. They need to go back. They stopped. They need to start going back to taking franchises and taking those spins on those franchises. Like don't let them tell the Jones.
Yeah, that's why.
Persona 5 joint.
They call Muso games.
Yeah, they Musos.
Yeah. So the this is my problem with Dynasty Warriors. I was done with it since Dynasty Warriors 2 because when they marketed Dynasty Warriors 2, it was a marvel. It was a technological marvel that you was able to have hundreds of characters on the screen at one time and you fighting through them. So I was like, yo, this shit is dope. So my dad bought it on launch. Like he got it for his PS2. I didn't get it on my PS2 when my dad bought me and his PS2 at launch. He bought it. And I used to sit down and my dad used to let me play it. And I said, yo, this is dope. I'm going around slashing through enemies. But after a while, I said, that was it to the game. And I'm just mashing buttons. It was just no something. I got bored. I'm just mashing shit, just killing enemies, hundreds and hundreds of enemies through supers and specials. It was just boring. It got boring. So I was done with the Dynasty Warriors series after 2. My cousins had them, especially the famous Lubu.
They said never fight them. Even
Yeah.
you can't fight.
Even with the co-op play, and we played against Lubu, it wasn't fun. I got bored of it. It was just a button masher. It was just you mash. I was like, who finds this fucking game fun? So how they trick me into like a certain Muso game is when they do collaborations with other series. So Dragon Quest Heroes 2.
They started with Fire Emblem, right?
No, Dragon Quest Heroes.
And then it was Fire
Yeah, no, it was Dynasty Warriors Gundam.
Oh
yeah.
Now the only reason why I didn't like Dynasty Warriors Gundam is just Dynasty Warriors with Gundam skin on it. It didn't really have anything that's Gundam like. It was just a Dynasty Warriors game with Gundam skin.
One Piece came out,
and then One Piece, One Piece.
Warriors.
Yeah, but
they actually
was still
it was still Dynasty Warriors. It was still Dynasty Warriors. But when Dragon Quest Heroes 2 came out,
the game up.
it was actually they threw in Dragon Quest like elements, like RPG elements, the classes, weapon upgrades. You got a town you can go to and stuff like that. It had dungeons and stuff. It had all that type of stuff. I'm like, oh shit! Like that's how if you want me to play a Muso games, that's how you get me to play it. And then the Hyrule Warriors came out. It was a Dynasty Warriors game, but it literally played like a Zelda game. It had the bombs, the dungeons. And then especially when Age of Calamity came out for the Switch, that was fucking good.
That game was hot.
That game was good.
Day,
that's how you can play it.
The Persona one is the best.
Oh yeah, and that's it. People said that was a good one. The Scramble, the Persona
that's
Scramble.
Got an 8 or not.
Yeah, people said that was good.
That was like it felt like it was Persona.
Yeah.
Dynasty Warriors elements.
That's how
like it was exactly like they flipped it.
Now I didn't like the Fire Emblem because with the Fire Emblem, it didn't feel like Fire Emblem. It was like back to Dynasty Warriors again, but with Fire Emblem characters. Yeah, they had some of like the rock, paper, scissors with the different units, but that's how, as far as I'm concerned, that's as far as it went. It was just Dynasty Warriors. I'm like, oh, it's back to this again.
Because I got it.
Yeah, I remember you didn't play it that long.
Yeah, that's why I could, like, it was good, but I don't know. I just couldn't get it.
Yeah.
The Legend of Zelda game, I 100% it.
Yeah, that joint was dope.
And I think they need to go back to that.
Yeah, they definitely. I'm bring it back. Get back to it again, man. I'm all for it. And the military industrial complex both morphed into one. But damn, kill. They turned Dynasty Warriors into an open world game. Yeah, but I'm not interested in it. What's wrong with that, Kill? Itagaki was the greatest. Video games all about money now. True. DOA 6 was when they pulled back on the sexualization. I wouldn't say that. The character, like you see the costume.
Yeah, it was still sexualized.
This is the thing. Like,
it was definitely
what is pulling back to you guys? Because the characters and the chicks in Dear Loud 6 was sexy. Like, I don't understand what's pulling back. Like, what is pulling back? They had some sexy costumes and stuff like that. You know, they had all the stuff in Dear Loud 6. That was the fault of Dear Loud 6. That they spent more time with the costumes. They spent more time with that. They had the bathing suits, they had all types of stuff.
I'm disco dancing. Hey man,
This is why people stick with fighters. Are you telling me me and Dear Loud 6, if you want to switch costumes colors, you lose what you had? No, if you want to create custom colors, you have to buy the dyes. You have to buy the dyes. They make, because remember, this is the first game that's attempting you to customize your character's hair color and outfit colors and stuff like that. And if you bought the dye if you bought black dye, which is $1, when you bought it and you put the black on, or whatever that you did these things, if you wanted to take it off and replace it with another color, they removed it from you. You couldn't keep it. And you had to, if you wanted it black again or whatever color that you had before, you had to spend $1 again. But they removed it. They took it because people called it out and they said it was a bug or some shit like that. I remember that whole drama. I remember that whole. Matter of fact, I believe I covered it when that happened on my channel.
I don't know why he even picked up Sparking Zero. I was telling him.
I got Sparking Zero on the drop. He said
I
I dropped that shit for the Marvel vs. Capcom collection in Metaphor.
Yeah, that was the best choice you ever made. I don't know why you wasted $7.
Yeah, it said $1,200 DLC for Dead or Alive 5 last round is insane. Also, Memoji, Rachel, and Neo Tangle were already unlocked in last round, but Dead or Alive 6, they are all DLC, included mine. Total bullshit. Exactly.
So it just seemed like SNK games, they just die so fast. They die so fast.
Yeah, SNK games do like right now. Like I'm KOF 15 is still around. It's still doing. It's still dropping DLC. That's a good thing. But yeah, a lot of KOF games at the time. Like, I want to get back into Samurai Showdown because now they got rollback and shit like that. Like, that game didn't last long, but I think that came around the time when we started. We about to hit COVID too, as well at that time too.
Hey, get out! I said, get out.
No, as long as he don't jump on my, as long as he don't jump on my bed and lock my stuff over, because y'all cats just want to run around and knock stuff over. Y'all
You see him on the stream.
Mm-hmm. Third Strike is the best Street Fighter in my opinion. I don't have no attachment to it like everybody else does.
They have some weird characters.
What kind of ass backwards system is that shit? Yeah, it was ass backwards. Those are optional cosmetics. You didn't have to buy every costume for Dear Law 5 to enjoy the game.
Like
also, each costume was only $2 or so. Did any guys play Tekken Advance? Ew. What's about Game Boy Advance? Yeah. It was basically Tekken 3, but has a 3v3 gameplay for the GB. I'm good. And last I checked, this is the same piece of shit fighting game that had a grand total of thousands of dollars worth of DLC. Yeah. Hideo Kojima, let me get out of here. Is it Western File? No, I can't remember what it's a name for it. If you like, for people who's like a weeb for Western culture, it's a name for it. I can't remember the name of it because it's not that common. That's why I can't remember the name.
He accidentally predicted COVID. It's stupid.
He said Kojima needs to stop predicting the future. He accidentally predicted COVID. Have the chat of half an hour ago.
Remember, we catch him back up on.
Oh god damn!
Yeah.
God damn!
Yeah.
Cause y'all guys are just talking. I'm trying to catch up with.
Yeah. I looked at.
Oh, I said, what are we talking about? Like, what the hell? Did it push it back?
Yeah. Look, people are constantly commenting and stuff.
God damn! My fault. Thanks to $2. How do y'all raise up ladies in Philly or whatever? Like,
whoa, hold on, wait. See, he don't be outside like that. So I'm going to the side. All right, first off, you don't dig here in Philly. That's number one. It's terrible here. You don't you don't do it unless you have a certain aesthetic, like tattoos running up down your arm. You smoking the weed. You have some type of like style. So if you don't got that particular style, then you ain't talking to nobody. It's just a fact. So raising up anybody in Philly, good luck.
It's strange that video games today, especially fighting games, have a paywall. Come on, that's why Ubisoft was in trouble. Exactly. King of Fighters, DOA, American Boo, West Boo. I think it was. I can't remember. Can't remember the name of it. But yeah, it's a couple of people who and it's starting to become a thing in Japan where you have people who, like Japanese people who are so into Western culture. So I honestly think the new Bleach game is going to flop. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm seeing good things, and they're in depth with the gameplay. It's going to be better than those other Bleach games.
Oh yeah, for sure,
It's the most in-depth fighting game I've seen for Bleach, but we'll see.
Yeah, I want to see that Hunter game too. I want to play that too.
Yeah, leave that over there.
Oh yeah, I want to try that too because it's the same people who made Tatsunoko versus Capcom. Yeah, it's them. It's 80.
I didn't know that.
It's Tatsunoko and Dungeon Fighters. They didn't see people in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Yeah, so our brainwash into globalization.
What's that? BG3.
Opinion on Baldur's Gate 3. Sorry for repeating the question. I haven't played it, so what happened? What Capcom characters do you want to see in the next Capcom vs. SNK game? I don't know. I really don't know. West of Boo.
That sounds better.
It probably sound about right. I can't remember, but yeah, that's starting to become more and more common. Even during the election, they had to shut this one Japanese dude the fuck up because he was such a Kamala Harris fan. He was on the Japanese dude on it because the Japanese was watching the election too during the election day, Trump versus Kamala. And I was watching a video on it, how Japan was reacting to it. And you get this one guy on Japanese media, he's just a Western fanatic of Western culture and stuff like that. And he was big into Kamala Harris. And he literally had a breakdown on the news and shit like that when Kamala lost against Trump and shit like that. Yeah, so yeah, it's something to think. It said, hey Mugen, you played MVCI Beyond yet? I will have to buy it first before they get the mod. So I ain't buy it yet. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it. Like I don't even play games right now, so I know for a fact. Like I don't know when I'm gonna get around to
all
it.
I see is just shiny shit under his desk right now. It's just all plastic.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2.
I'm gonna try to play some. I'm gonna try to play some games. I mean, it's the holidays. I'm spending more I'm spending more time, comparing Beans to Rant Comics.
12 games in the plastic.
Nigga,
It's
I
12
still got shit over there. And then over there, show over there. Like that's what I said. I don't need anything. I don't need to buy anything for like Christmas. I don't need anything.
Yo, I got the Aliens Tactical joint for Xbox.
I wanna try that. I wanna buy that.
Why you want to buy? You just get on PlayStation for free.
I was gonna get on PC.
You can get. It's low in price now. You can get PC.
Yeah, I want to turn the lights off.
That's what I'm.
Yeah, I want to play
it tomorrow.
Play that joint. So, did you see my second question about Marvel Rivals? What was your other question? If each of you,
what was it
for each of your bros? What was the other question? So I want Knuckle and then
because we answered the first one.
No, we've seen that on Friday. We seen Sonic 3 on Friday.
Don't say nothing.
Don't spoil shit. We gonna see that Friday. I want to relaunch the Wild Arms.
Yes.
Yeah, there is a spiritual successor. I thought I covered it.
It's not out yet.
Yeah, but it's coming. But
no. You're right. I know.
I did a video on it. It's a spiritual successor.
I haven't heard no more.
What's that damn? I need to do an update on it because they showed some new pictures and videos of it.
Let me see. I haven't seen it in a while. You talked about this maybe like a year or two ago.
What's the name of that damn game? What's it called?
There it is.
Yeah, here we go.
That was 2 years ago.
But yeah, no, it's a video. Oh yeah, here we go. I covered it. Yep.
It looks really good.
Awaken to a world of wonder in Final Fantasy XIV Online.
Final Fantasy thing I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, this is the Wild Arms team. The Wild Arms team made this.
Yeah, they got sick of waiting. Now we get.
Oh, I forgot. It's probably ain't gonna have no sound because I didn't know.
I can barely hear it.
No, we can hear it, but they can't hear it because I put the wrong. But you can just see it though. Yeah, but they got other footage. I seen it a couple months ago, and they got more showing more characters.
She is definitely forward.
Oh, so y'all can hear it? Okay, I must have picked the right one then. The right setting. Yes, it is from the Wild Arms team. Like I said, a lot of these developers have left. And a lot of these companies and creating spiritual successors. So I still got EU Con starting. Yeah. Oh, I love it too good. Oh, this had a Kickstarter. It did reach the goal. Yeah, and Penny Blood. I think it reached the goal if I remember correctly. Yeah, so I'm gonna cover it again because I haven't
I'm definitely playing that. What's that? The Rest of Time. What's that?
Oh, there's the Chrome. They joined us like Chrome, I think. Remember, there was like Chrome triggers coming to Xbox. Remember that joint? Yeah. Speaking of Xbox, speaking of Xbox, there's people are getting excited for Xbox, because they said, what characters do you want to see in Marvel Rivals? We'll talk about that in a second. Give me a second, Landon.
It's funny, we were just talking about this the other day.
Let's about Xbox. Some people are getting excited for Xbox right now because people didn't see. I've seen this comment, but what's going on with Xbox? We may be hearing about a new console sooner than expected. But remember that new campaign trailer that they had saying that they showed a cell phone. They said this is an Xbox, and they showed the MetaQuest. This is an Xbox. They showed a gamepad. This is an Xbox, and they showed the Xbox Series X. This is an Xbox. And they're saying Xbox. Everything's an Xbox and stuff. And then they finally came out. And then remember they said, yeah, then they came out and said that there will no longer be exclusives pretty much for Xbox anymore. That most of them will be timed exclusives. There will be rare cases that Xbox will have an exclusive. but we can probably expect Halo to now be on PlayStation and Gears of War to now be on PlayStation and stuff like that.
That's gonna look
All right, so this is the game plan. This new plan that they're doing with Xbox is essentially is now they're creating a Xbox operating system, OS. Like, you know how you got Windows operating system, you have your Windows. Now Xbox is going to be an operating system that's going to be built in not only in Windows, but the future Xbox consoles. What they're doing is they're allowing every manufacturer to make their own version of the Xbox. So what happens is,
you know that? Oh, you just now hearing about
so what happens is, say for instance, they can't sell Xbox in South Korea for no reason. But guess what company is very big in South Korea? Samsung. So they're allowing Samsung to make an Xbox. And it's going to have Samsung's name on it.
Disgusting.
It's going to have Samsung's name on it.
I was saying the same
And it's going to have the Xbox operating system on it. Now, the reason why it has the Xbox operating system on it, they're making a deal with Steam where the Xbox is going to have Steam in it. So not only is you can play your Xbox games with the built-in Xbox Game Pass, now you can play Steam on it. And guess what else is on Steam? PlayStation exclusives are also on Steam, which means you can play PlayStation games on your Xbox.
They dirty.
Wow.
And you can't, Sony can't stop it because it's on Steam. But it's on their Xbox.
They dirty.
That's disrespectful.
They dirty.
So they found a way around it. So now what they're doing is in Taiwan, Acer is their biggest manufacturing company there. So now Acer is going to make their own Xbox. But this is what they did. They're allowing these manufacturers to make different models so they can make a powerful Xbox. So remember, you got Steam on it. So if you have Steam on it, then you can play higher game. So it's pretty much a PC.
Yeah,
it's pretty much a PC in a box.
So I can play on my TV.
Yeah, but it's going to have Game Pass built in it. It's going to have the Xbox cloud and the Xbox operating system for it. They're already testing the operating system out for Windows right now, or whatever like that. So now that's what their new game plan is. That now you'll be able to play Xbox anywhere. The consoles are still going to exist. It's just that now it's kind of what they did with the 3DO. The 3DO was the same way. 3DO Panasonic did the one we had was the Panasonic model.
Oh,
they had other companies doing their own versions. They're pretty much just doing that, or like that. But they're going into markets where they can't penetrate. Like I said, Koreans, they associate only with Korean products, so Microsoft cannot penetrate it for no reason. So have Samsung do it.
That's the thing. The Japanese don't even care about Xbox.
Yeah, so that's why they're gonna have Japanese manufacturer, wherever their top Japanese manufacturer, like they just have them do it, or like that, and create their own version of the Xbox, and it can be as any. And then Microsoft's going to drop their own. They also going to be working on a handheld, like a Switch, where then you can be able to dock it, undock it, and they're trying to do all that. So everything's going to be. So that means no matter what you pick up, anything you pick up, you can be able to play Xbox anywhere. That's the future. That's why people. That's why I say, oh shit, I don't know. Xbox might got something here.
Oh, was it the bull? He's talking about Marvel Rivals.
Oh yeah, Marvel Rivals. So
what characters would we want to see on there?
So I guess I'll
go ahead.
I guess my picks would probably be the same like everybody else because Ghost Rider is one of my first picks. Cyclops. I definitely want to see him. Who else I like to see on Marvel Rivals? Hey, who else? Daredevil would be dope.
Yeah,
I like to see him. There's so many characters, but that's the ones I can think of off top. But it's definitely a bunch more. But
like was it me and Brian was talking about last night? We was Mr. Sinister. We was talking about Juggernaut.
Yeah, Juggernaut.
Who else, man?
Juggernaut. We talking about Sentinel, Nimrod. What else we talking? Colossus, Omega Red. Yeah. Like those are the characters that we were talking about. Say, y'all can shit on me again. I hate turn-based combat and fantasy settings. I mean, it's not for everybody. So, was hoping you all play 3-player game. I hate that Marvel Rivals has a fucking vice grip on my life at the moment.
Yo,
I want to
yo,
go
literally,
like,
like, that's
these
all
niggas, they play it all
I
day.
play every day.
They play it all day. Like they play it all day. I gotta get into it too myself. Everything is an Xbox, and they still can't find Xbox players. Maybe it's the games. Now, this is the thing. This is the thing about Xbox. Like, people are loving. This dude is going viral right now. This guy who's a PlayStation fanboy. His whole channel is dedicated to PlayStation. Well, what happened was his wife ended up buying him an Xbox Series X. She surprised him. She knows that he never touched. Yeah. She knows he never played an Xbox a day in his life.
Xbox never.
Yeah, he said his first console growing up as a kid was a PS2. So he said he never played an Xbox a day in his life. So he said now he's a grown man. He got a wife, and he got a wife and kid. And when she found out, because she knows he's a content creator. He talks about games and stuff like that. And he was talking, and he mentioned one time how Microsoft had bought Bethesda, Activision Blizzard, and stuff like that. And so they bought Bethesda. The Elder Scroll games are now, to Microsoft. So he said his wife was saying, like, I know how much he loves the Elder Scroll games, and she had a feeling. She said maybe I should get him an Xbox just in case the Elder Scroll games, whatever the next Elder Scroll game is, maybe it may not come to PlayStation. Maybe just stay on Xbox. So she went out and surprised him and bought him an Xbox Series X. When she bought him an Xbox Series X, the addition, whatever deal that she got on the Xbox Series X, he gets 2 years worth of Game Pass. So he said he popped it, like he said, what the hell am I gonna do with this? He said, but my wife bought it for me. So he said I opened it up and stuff, and he said I had to make this a video because I wanted to apologize to all you Xbox guys out there. He said, yo, man, I fell in love with this damn console, and he said this may seem stupid to you guys. And he said, and I noticed a lot of PlayStation people said this when they finally got an Xbox. He said it may seem like a stupid feature to you, but the quick resume feature is the best feature.
That's the best feature.
I loved it.
So they said,
PlayStation don't even got that.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said now he said he can't go back to his PS5 because of that resume feature or whatever like that.
That's like, that feature is life, dog.
Yeah, he said he can't go back to it.
I could turn my whole system off, turn it back on, and then click the game, and I'm back where I left off at.
Yeah, and he
That's
said
love right there.
he said I'm gonna say this, guys. I'm a PlayStation guy. He said all my content is PlayStation. I shit on Xbox all day, but when my wife bought this for me, man, and I got the Game Pass, he said, yo, I started playing games that I never played. He said I played Halo, and he was saying that, yo, I used to shit on everybody playing. He said every time I used to argue with fanboys back in the day, he said, but we got Halo. He said I used to get quiet, and he said I used to be mad because he said I felt like I was missing out, and now I'm playing Halo. He said, yo, I did miss out. He said I missed out on generations of Halo games. He said, I see why. He said, I see why the Xbox fanboys was bragging about, Halo. Then he played Gears of War. It said it fucked him up. He said he went back and played Gears of War. He said it fucked him up and stuff like that. So it said he said once he got the Game Pass, he said the Game Pass was a good deal because he said he's just trying out games. And he said the fact is that Xbox is saying that, yo, whatever new release is coming out is going to be part of the Game Pass. So I don't have to pay $70 for the new release.
But also at the same time, too, you said it's going to be no more exclusive. So at the same time, you have the Xbox for nothing.
Yeah. So well, the thing is, but it's all about the ecosystem.
Yeah.
Easy access and convenience.
And he says it's all about the ecosystem. He says the Xbox has a better. I always said it has a better ecosystem, a better community. Yes. Remember 360, man. Like I remember to play PS3 online. Like it's one. Remember PS3 didn't even come up with a headset. It didn't come with none of that shit.
Didn't he have like a Bluetooth joint?
Yeah, a shitty ass Bluetooth from the PS3. But when you open up the 360 out the box, you had a headset. They said, "Yo, this is what you're gonna get involved with." You know what I'm saying?
A lot of times we was just on the Xbox talking.
Yeah, but even back in the day, we used to come in the room, just turn on our 360s, and just had the headsets on, just talking to your homies in the lobby and stuff. Don't even play games. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was back in the day. Like, oh my god,
it was the first big group chat.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I did it now on my PlayStation. I do it on PS4, and I do it on my PS5 now.
Mm-hmm.
But Xbox started it first.
Yeah, Xbox started it, man.
And I made so much friends on Xbox. I got so many friends on my PlayStation and don't even talk to them. I only talk to a few circle.
When I first got my PS4,
a few circle friends.
But other than that, once I started meeting my other friends, it was a wrap.
He said, but if my fridge can play Xbox, I still don't have any games I want to play only on Xbox. Said, imagine being so close to really a multi-billion-dollar company. PSP was ahead of its time. Said they're Japanese Xbox fans. One example with Rocky. Yeah, I still own and play sometimes. PSP was a man. PSP dog. That was such a missed opportunity, dog. Because like I said, when I remember, you know me. Remember when Dad bought me? He bought me the PlayStation the mini PlayStation with and I got the monitor, the portable PlayStation. Dude, I was in love with that because I was able to carry my portable PlayStation. It came with the monitor. Play PS1 joint, and I was able to play all my PS1 games on the go. I used to play when we go on a family trip. I used to have it. That's how I finished Final Fantasy 7. I finished Final Fantasy 7 in the van. And when they announced PSP, I said, about time we have a dedicated handheld for PlayStation, because I thought I was under the assumption that we was going to get that PS1 console experience, but in handheld form. Yeah. And we didn't get that. We got handheld games. You know what I'm saying? Like, most handheld games don't hit as hard as a console game. And a lot of their PSP games weren't that good. They weren't that good. They weren't good at all. Most of them felt like they was thrown together and shit. They did not hit.
The one that we played the most, me and Derek.
These niggas, Monster Hunter.
I looked in $1,000 playing that game.
It was so bad because we had even our girlfriends had a PSP to play Monster Hunter. It was a bunch of us, like 100 niggas in this one room.
PSP,
play on the PSP,
And I only bought PSP for Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep.
Yeah, that's what you did. He was a Kingdom Hearts handheld. That's all you guys. That's the only reason why you got
that. And then we want to find out Monster Hunter, was it 2G? Yep, Monster Hunter 2G was coming out.
Yeah. Carly hacked our PSPs.
Yeah,
and we was able to
we got freedom. Man.
Yeah. Because my PSP, I ain't gonna lie, the only thing I get credit with my PSP, it introduced me to the E's series, because that's not for E's. The E6 was it? I can't remember which one it was. I think E6 or maybe E7. I'm not sure. But that introduced me to the E series when that dropped when I was in college. That PSP introduced. I was addicted to that game, and I finished it. But my PSP I was only playing PS1 classics. I would go to the classic store and just buy. I rebought Final Fantasy. I bought Xenogears. I bought Final Fantasy 7, Xenogears, Final Fantasy 8, Final Fantasy 9. I was only playing PS1 games because that was the type of experience I was expecting to get the PSP, and we didn't get none of that. And and when they announced Vita, I said I ain't wasting my money on no damn Vita.
I got that
Vita
shit.
Was trash.
I like it.
I enjoyed my time with the Vita, dog.
That's why I love games like Fallout. Chloe, I can see the appeal is just mad boring to me. I want to run around. It's my turn base and stuff. I can do games with slower pace. There's a lot of the XSS also has its browser. PS5 doesn't have it. I play almost all games pretty much, but I keep coming back to turn based. It's just turn based to me. What I liked about turn based is it was always about it's all about party management, item management, and you always have to think moves ahead.
Yes.
And when you came up with a badass strategy, like a certain setup to stack like buffs, debuffs, or you position yourself well or whatever like that, you feel like a genius when you play in the turn-based type of environment and stuff like that. When you play a lot of action games or a lot of action RPGs, after a while, they're not all the same.
It's kind of almost repetitious.
It becomes repetitious, especially when you find a certain style that works and you just keep running it. And
Final Fantasy 16.
16 was the same way. Like 16, once I found a style in 16, I just kept running that gameplay, that gameplay style, that combat style, all the way through the end of the game.
Was it Captain Brett said what's up?
Oh yeah.
Yo, what's going on?
What's up? What's up, Captain Brett? What's up, bro?
Captain Brett.
I do action-based games like God of War, etc. Action games every once in a while it gets me. I'm more of a fighting game and RPG kind of guy. Every once in a while, I will step out of my comfort zone and try other games every once in a while. Hey, off topic, but it's the dating scene in Philly really that janky?
It's strange.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, but it's janky everywhere right now. It's janky everywhere. Like
those are
like me, like right now, like I said, for me, I'm not really I don't really date like right now. All I do is have fun. Like if I'm just looking to get my rocks off or whatever like that, have like we're friends with benefits, or just get my rocks off with a particular chick, and we both had that same agreement, and I keep about my business. Right now, like for me, my personal opinion, relationship's not even worth it right now. To me, in my personal opinion, it's like relationships have become more of a hindrance to me because I put all my time and effort. Because like I said before, like when you got a woman and stuff, you know, you want to do right by your woman, you want to be there for your woman, and you do want to cater to her and stuff like that. And I learned that every time I put my effort into it and stuff, there's no pay that comes out of it. There's nothing that comes out of it, and I end up wasting my time. You get what I'm saying? And I said to myself, like, yo, I'm putting my life on pause because I'm trying to make her happy. And then you constantly trying to make your woman happy, and no matter what you do, she's still just never happy. Then there's something wrong with her. She has her issues, and no matter what you do, you're never going to make her happy. And when you don't make her happy, she makes sure you pay for it. You know, because her happiness and how the relationship goes is dictated about how you make her feel and stuff like that. So you end up making yourself a slave to her and her emotions. You become a slave to her emotions and stuff like that, and it's just not worth it and stuff and stuff. So the reason why Venus Orion comics and all this shit is happening in my life and all the things are like going good in my life because I don't have a woman by my side. I'm not distracted. Like right now, women right now are a distraction to me. Like I said, every once in a while I go out and have my fun, and you know what I mean when I say go out and have my fun. Every once in a while I go out and have my fun, but right now, a female, is not a priority in my life. I'm not looking for a relationship. I'm not looking for none of that. Now, if I just so happen to connect with a chick and we just happen to things just happen to pop off, if it happened to go that direction, then fine. But me actively, I pretty much pull myself out of the dating market. Pull myself out of it. And plus, like I said, I'm a father, full-time dad. My daughter lives with me. And right now, my daughter's my priority, and my business and the things that I'm doing is my priority. I'm like, when I like my love life, that will come back once my daughter goes to college. My daughter will be in college in 2 years. I can wait 2 more years before I go back out there again. You know what I'm saying? So right now, my daughter, she's my highest priority. I want to make sure she's straight and got everything she needs, got herself together, and send her off to college and stuff. Because once she go to college, it sounds funny. Once she goes to college, it's just me again. It's just me by myself. You know what I'm saying? Time go by so fast. So the reason why I accomplished so much because I don't have a girlfriend. I accomplished so much, and it feels so good. Yeah. And your woman's supposed to be your helpmate. She's supposed to be there to support you, be your cheerleader and stuff like that. But I learned that a woman can make or break a man. If she can make or break you, because like I said, if you love her to death, you love her hard, and if she hurts you and break you, man, some dudes go into a deep depression and they just fall apart. They just fall apart and never recover and stuff. But if you do get lucky and strike out, and she's actually a supportive woman, then man, the sky's the limit. Like you feel like you can do anything, you know? So is it also no woman for me right now? I'm not a catch and stuff. So I always say, as men, you got to build yourself first. Don't even worry about women right now. Build yourself first. Become a better person. I know it sucks because then you feel as though that damn women only want me now is because you know I have this, that, and the other, but they didn't want to fuck with me when I didn't have this and that and the other. You know that when I was grinding hard and I was going through my struggle and stuff like that. Now women want to finish when when all the work is done. Now can you guys hear me? I want to make sure because I hit the mic. Yeah, it's back.
All right. I gotta eat my dinner. My stomach is falling apart. All right, gentlemen. Yeah. Definitely enjoyed y'all. I needed this.
Yeah.
I was at the studio all day. I wanted to make sure I got back so I can jump on the stream with y'all guys.
Yeah.
It was definitely dope conversing with you. Far as though with me streaming, I just got a lot of stuff on my back right now that I have to get done. But eventually, I'm gonna come back to it.
Yeah. We got a lot of stuff, man. We got a lot of stuff coming up. Like I said before, you guys gotta definitely be here for, like I said, the campaign and everything. And Where is it? What? 1 second.
You hear that tone?
What tone?
You hear that?
You mean?
I just heard tone.
Oh, okay. As I said before, guys, let me go to here real quick. Yeah, I hear you.
You hear it?
No, I hear you. I said I hear you when you say you start here. But like I said before, don't forget to go to the don't forget to go if you haven't go to the Kickstarter. What happened, Cav? Oh. Don't forget to go to this Kickstarter, as I said before, and sign up if you're interested in supporting Venus and Ryan Comics and everything. And yes, this was a fun stream. Had my brothers on. I'm going to be streaming again tomorrow. I will be streaming again tomorrow on Christmas Day, so that's going to be fun and stuff. But I'm definitely going to be wrapping the stream up. I just wanted to have my brothers on so you guys get to talk with them, and they're going to be on more often. I'm going to also have my dad on at some point too. Once again, I think it's going to be fun talking with had dad on and everything and stuff. So, but that pretty much wraps up the stream for tonight. And I hope you guys have a good Christmas. I'll be talking to you guys on Christmas. And yeah, so I'll be seeing you Game Fiends later. Peace out.